Hello, and thank you so much for joining this New Japan Strong watch along. This card is loaded. I'm just moving over here from Collision, so I don't even have my stream up yet. But before we went live, Ryan goes, "Oh, we're starting with this." And I was like, "Uh-oh, what is this?" And he was like, "Gabe Kidd." I was like, "We're going live then. We're going live, and I'm gonna straighten it up now." I'm excited for this event. New Japan Strong cards are always fun because, well, nobody's being tribalistic assholes about them for starters. And the cards are just always really good.
Well, they don't do a show anymore, right?
No, so they were weekly episodic during the pandemic as a way to help pay their wrestlers, which is cool and I respect. But then they switched off of the weekly episodic format, but they just do these really fun American shows now, so I will take it. No complaints. We went to Capital Collision.
We did. Well, this way I think makes them. I think it makes it fun though. Now that they're kind of spread out, it's almost like,
it's like every show's a super card, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
And you're not feeling oversaturated. It's like, okay.
And to see where things feel oversaturated. That is for sure. Let's go.
I need Ishii to go to a chiropractor and film it.
He needs to do. Have you seen that guy that's like the chiropractor to the stars?
Yes.
We need one of those.
I just want to see them do that neck pull thing they do, which I would never let them do to me, but I want to see them do it and just hear the explosion that comes out of his neck.
Oh my god. I cannot even imagine. Come on. Sorry, I am fiddling with my stuff over here.
Oh, I'm watching these two just stare at each other.
Hell yeah. It's so crazy. Gabe Kidd is babyface of the future. I was talking about that with SP3 on Thursday, how nuts it is that how aggressively heel he was and how aggressively babyface he is. He just talks so much shit that the idea that he's the representative of New Japan right now feels crazy and awesome. Finally rocking and rolling over here. There we go.
Well, that's the odd thing is he's not babyface. He talks a ton of shit.
That is true. He's not baby. He just the people he happened to be talking shit about were people who the story was best in defense of fighting spirit. But my god, he put on a ton of muscle too. Good for this guy. Good for Gabe.
I don't think you were there for. Were you there when I saw it when Matt and I were in Philly and Matt was really, really drunk?
No, I was not there. That was the one I wasn't there for.
Because Gabe, I remember Gabe that was when Gabe kind of came back and he gave his I'm back speech and just how much skinnier he was even then.
Yeah, it's not. It's through the beginning of all the War Dog stuff, he was a lot leaner than he is now, but
yeah, and it's been good muscle. It looks good on him.
Yeah, he looks like a fighter. He looks like a fighter. I love it. I'm so interested to see because his contract was up for renewal.
They have to re-sign him.
Yeah, he's one. Him and Finley are ones that they have to resign. But thanks for all the people hanging out in the chat with us. I see you, Hooks. I see you, C. Delgado. I see you, Pieces. JPJ says he's going to be on later. I hope you are. I hope you are. Was TMDK on the pre-show? Damn it.
I didn't see.
They do stuff so different than because it starts on West Coast time. I thought the 10 o'clock stuff was the pre-show, but Gabe Kidd versus Ishii certainly ain't the pre-show. But if you watched, let me know if TMDK won or not. Hell yeah, JPJ. Justin
go
Molina
back.
saying, let's crank. TMDK was on the pre-show. Damn it.
And they did win.
Good. I think it was Shane and Tito.
It was based on what I'm seeing in the chat.
Hell yeah.
I don't think they were bad.
He was good, dude, Tito. It's not like a secret because Tito and I interact like publicly on timelines, all this stuff, but like, I don't know if there's ever somebody like in wrestling that's just all of my communication with him is like, it's Creed memes, like all the time. It's usually like, hey, how you doing? And also Creed memes.
Do your conversations take you higher?
No, they take me lower because of stuff like that.
You need to embrace it with arms wide open.
Tito loves Creed, like authentically. Like if he's in a gym by himself, it's just Creed being blasted. Bad dude Tito.
I won't seek Creed out, but if it's on, I'm gonna rock out.
I only will in ironic situations.
Oh no, I'll unironically 101. Or my own prison.
Oh god, that's the worst of them. Can work at heels tonight. He's gonna be interesting because like New Japan is so not you're a good guy, so you act this way, and you're a bad guy, so you act this way. Like it's really just so like this is the guy you're facing. Lean into this, lean into that, which is my preference. But like I think as they're so tournament based, you almost can't be like hardened too hard one way or the other. But he's definitely talking his shit on the ropes. They were flicking everybody off, so maybe he was just just for Kenny.
Like it'll be interesting to see if future New Japan and AEW interaction, because clearly he's put a line in the sand of like, this is who I am.
Yeah, like I think they re-sign him, but I also would never have thought Cody would go back to WWE while AEW was still around. Hi, clown. House of Heart with Malachi leaving AEW. Yeah, I was not very surprised by the Malachi news. That was something that I heard was going to be in the works. It's been Julia, man. It's been Julia's. I would love to see like Private Party go on a 3 to 4 month run, and then Buddy and Brody take the titles off of them. Like that's cute. You know what I mean? I think that could be fun.
She works like well as like the devious mastermind.
Yeah, she's super clever. Her being like the controlling force, and that would be fun. Got some forearms from Gabe. Am I live? Because I was so behind. Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I know there's like a huge lag if you're watching on the New Japan website or you're watching on the New Japan app versus if you're watching on Triller. I remember that happening last time where we would all be like 10 seconds behind.
Actually, what are you seeing right now?
I just saw Ishii off the ropes and lariating Gabe.
All right, you're not in the same spot as me, so I need to see if you're ahead or behind me. You are ahead of me.
Oh my gosh, a rare W for my internet. We are going to have some more people coming in and out, or at least I sent a link to some people coming in and out. I'm hoping Luis is on for ZSJ versus Hechicero because he knows so much about CMLL. But good card tonight. We got Kushida. We've got Kushida versus Takeshita and Cobb versus ELP, which I'm excited for both of those very much. Trish Adora in action too. Always good. These two beating the shit out of each other. That's about as good as my Gabe Kid impression gets. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Sounds a little Oliver Twisty, but
please, sir.
I can't tell you, like, I sound like a fucking ad for Verizon, but it's just because Optimum, they're just doing what they're supposed to, but Optimum was so bad, and I was so parched for good internet for so long that, like, they have been so good from the customer service and actual service standpoint. that it blows. I'm like, oh my god, an actual company that responds to questions and like takes time to evaluate things.
You really did have the worst internet.
It was horrendous. It was horrendous, and it was my only option in this building. So I was just handcuffed with it for a long time. Most anticipated match tonight, from a taste perspective, ZSJ and Hechicero is so up my alley. Overall, I think Takeshita and KUSHIDA is going to be like a sight to see. But this is a fun as hell opener because they're just beating the hell out of each other.
I'm shocked they opened with this, though.
I am too, with how high of ride Gabe Kidd is on right now, but it was not going to main event, so I guess you might as well start off with something like hard hitting with your biggest shit talker, because there's no stakes in it either. It's a fun one.
And I guess if you're not, the old adage, like, I've heard wrestlers say, like, if you're not going to be the last on the card, then first is actually maybe the best position, because it's what everyone sees.
Yeah, and I know some fans have the like second to last is almost a co-main event thing or whatever, but wrestlers always say first, because you're also like, it's your responsibility then to draw the crowd into the whole event, and a lot of wrestlers really like that challenge. Nobody's going to get you like up and ready to go like Gabe Kidd, I feel like, right now. And you knew this was going to be this. Just chopping the shit out of each other. Women's elimination, yeah, there's some good stuff on here. Sumie Sakai's retirement match is on here, I think. So I barely had a chance to actually look at the card yesterday when I set this up. I was just copying and pasting like, oh, damn, this is another New Japan Strong show showing out. Oh, Gabe Kidd's either really good at selling or Ishii just caught him in the titty really hard. Because he just winced.
Oh, yeah, you are ahead of me because I just saw that.
Gabe Kidd's like, I'm moving the barricade back because last time I didn't move the barricade back. Eddie Kingston was out for a year, so...
I'll never understand. Like, I get you want to fit some more people in, but you're not fitting that many more in that you couldn't move it.
Like, not in this setup either. Like, there's nobody even close. But yeah, I hate that. I hate that. The one with Eddie was like, well, of course. Well, of course they hurt each other. Like, they did not come close to not hitting the barricade. Who do I think the next big star in New Japan is? I would say Gabe, and I would say Tsuji are probably your next two up. I think down the line, you're going to see Kosei Fujita break out in an unreal way. Probably the closest thing you could have to Okada if he reaches his ceiling. Extremely charismatic, extremely well-rounded. Being raised right because he's in TMDK. Yuya Uemura, though, surprised the hell out of me in his G1. So, this is a really good point. Easy job for the ref on this opener. It's just beating the hell out of each other. I think if they turn, I will say, Shota got a tough go of it with this Wrestle Kingdom cycle. If they turn him back heel, I think he could get back on track faster than most people think. I think he has the parts. He just needs more time and more seasoning, but he does not work as a babyface. Thanks for joining, y'all. We got 130 people watching some New Japan with us. Please leave a thumbs up on this video if you'd be so kind. We're going to have more people cycling in and out as these guys just continually chop each other.
I'm being quiet because I'm like, they're just chopping, and I'm enthralled.
It really, both of their chests just getting redder and redder and redder. And then Gabe tried to go off the ropes and just ate it.
The suplex, was that the first wrestling move we've had in like...
It's been a minute. You never have to apologize for being late. I was late. We got late. We were late getting started after Collision a little bit, so. But
I'm going to ask you opinion. We're watching New Japan, so I get to ask a New Japan detailed question.
sure.
Would you have any interest in the former Baron Corbin going to New Japan?
Yes. Yes, I actually would, because I think his size is going to look so much bigger in New Japan than it did in WWE, and he was a good big guy in WWE. The joke also was, like, he got a lot better. Like, I think he excels in matches with smaller guys. But, like, if he were in there with Ishii right now, Gabe's already got a good 4 inches on him, probably. Nice. But, like, Baron Corbin's going to be, clearing a lot of those dudes. They have so many titles there that if he had the global title as an ambassadorial title properly, I think he could do some really, really fun stuff.
Yeah, that's why. Well, I was watching. I don't even know if he wrestled there, to be quite honest. But I was watching. I'm like floating through Blue Sky, and there's highlights of Bam Bam Bigelow, and that got me just thinking of all the big guys that have gone to New Japan. And I'm like, Baron Corbin, I think would thrive just being this big, and because I think he can wrestle. Like you said, he definitely improved, and his character work. He did his best with every gimmick they gave him.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think they should switch his finisher to the Deep Six, because that was great. I know they have interest in them. Sean reported that on Fightful Select. But I think he would do very well there. And I think he should work strong shows, actually. Like, I think he would do really well as, like... Because I think he'll probably do some indie appearances. Like, having a New Japan belt in America ambassadorially, I think would be something that's really good. But he can work. What's up, Fernando? Thanks for watching. This is fun. I really appreciate all the support I've gotten. My channel has grown significantly over the past couple months, and we've got a lot more people watching now than did the last times we were doing these, so it means a lot that y'all are tuning in. Best time of the year was Wrestle Kingdom weekend, so hopefully they're still riding the high of that, but they've got some things to figure out in New Japan World. Gabe Kidd's not one of them. They know what they have in him. They just got to sign him.
They have to. They cannot afford to keep losing talent.
I think he wants to stay too. Like, it's I could see him ending up in AEW, but probably down the line a little bit. Like, they're so crowded right now. And
well, he also, I'm sorry. He feels
good.
like, to me, like Ospreay was before Ospreay's last contract at New Japan. Where, like, he's right there, but he isn't the man yet. Like, he's right there. He very easily can be.
Would not be mad if they kept the title on Zack and gave Gabe the G1. Wouldn't be mad about that. Like, a Gabe Kidd ZSJ Tokyo Dome main event feels like future, but that also is Gaijin versus Gaijin, which I don't think they've ever done before. So we'll see. We will see. Oh God, superplex off the ropes. You'll get there. Oh, Todd, if you are looking for anything on the Australian scene or just good wrestling takes in general, big Todd Eastman girl here on this channel, but Todd asking how hard would it be for him, Corbin, to fight the WWE mid-card perception. I think that's maybe the story going in there, is the what did you ever accomplish over there other than being laughable. So he could go in there with something to prove, for sure.
He's big enough and talented enough that if they could walk in the story being just that, like he feel like the story being like, people are laughing at me. Let me show you how much I can hurt you.
Yes. Yeah. Just work aggressively and strong. I'm intrigued to see what he will do outside of a WWE context, because he was a WWE project. But it's so weird. Like, they pushed him before he was ready, and then he got really good, and they never did anything with him. Like, watching his NXT run, this is a fun as hell match. Watching his, like, second NXT run when they sent him down, I was like, they've got something here, man. Like, but they just never followed in on it. Go ahead.
That happens a lot with wrestlers, where, like, they see potential, so they put them in the scene, and they're not there yet. And then I guess whoever's booking, just that's what gets stuck in their head of like, oh, he's not ready. But then he gets ready, and they're like, well, no, he's not ready.
Yeah, or do they just they're like, well, he failed last time, so we can't give him that big of a push or something. It's very odd. It's very odd, but it's also it's a heck of a dance because we see those situations where belts make wrestlers, right? And then we see situations where wrestlers make belts, and then ideally both happen at the same time. I love this. This is a great comparison. Todd saying, every time I look at Gabe, I think of him as a Mark Davis what if type. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like Mark Davis, I feel bad for him, but I also just am like, you can't deny Kyle Fletcher. Hi, Evil Diva. What's going on?
You can't deny Kyle Fletcher. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
So you can't deny Kyle Fletcher, but I still say there's a story that down the road they get back together as a tag team, at least for some run.
It would be silly of them not to do something in Grand Slam Australia with that. Like, you'll probably get Fletcher versus Kenny at some point, and then Mark should sneak back into play there. But Chris Spire saying, love seeing AEW send people to New Japan for excursion. It's been very successful. I hope they do more of it. Are we allowed to thank Netflix for this match? You can thank Netflix for everything. So if you aren't up to speed on some of the lore that is coming over here from Fightful post shows, Raw was such a jerk-off fest between Netflix and itself that I mean, the amount of thank you Netflix that happened on Monday night was exhausting. And so on post shows, it was just like we were just thanking Netflix all the time for everything that happened for that post show because we wouldn't have anything to review without Netflix and all this. And it just carried through the week to the point where it was mentioned on my SmackDown show several times yesterday. That was like, I woke up this morning and I thanked Netflix. We were thanking Netflix like Solo Sikoa gets thanked by Jacob Fatu, rather. But all right, Gabe, rolling down the knee pads now. Let's go. Man, he works with extra weight on him, I gotta say.
He does.
Like, I when he was leaner, I never thought anything of it, but like, he hits so damn hard that when there's extra weight behind it, it's nastier. He's so pissed. He's so pissed that running knee didn't put Ishii away.
It's a hell of a face.
Oh, Jesus. Ishii with a lariat that, like, Gabe running into it made it look harder than it was, but this is a fun as hell opener. Damn.
It's funny. Gabe's style almost doesn't work when he's smaller. Because he does come off as like a brawler. At least in the matches I've seen him in.
He has that, like, a lot of people have compared him to, like, Conor McGregor. And he has that about him, like the swag with him and the way that he moves a little bit. But it does work with the extra muscle he's put on, the extra weight he's put on. Especially, like, it feels when he was one of the war dogs, I think being leaner worked, and I think he was great, and that's obviously how he broke out. But now that he's like the one that emerged from the pack, I feel like he kind of has to have like a thing that's his own, and this like look and style feel very much his own. They have set the bar high for the rest of the card. It's a really good card. Like, Kushida and Takeshita is going to be amazing. Zack and Hechicero 3 is going to be awesome for nerds like me. I'm really excited. And ELP coming back is, thank God that he's okay. But him and Jeff, like, what fun chemistry. What fun chemistry. What a lariat indeed. Yeah, this is a fire match. Thanks for hanging out, guys. That's fun as hell. Gabe is so good. Here we go. Some fighting spirit. It's nice to see it looks a lot more packed than last year. We did a Battle in the Valley watch along last year, and the rafters were a lot emptier. There's some people up there, which is good to see.
I mean, this is a hard show to sell in terms of just no build.
Yeah, and I don't think the expectations for strong shows are necessarily very high, but what I've been saying is, like, if AEW shows are too expensive for you, or you're bringing kids and they're just too violent, not that this is an example of a non-violent match, but like of blood and stuff, if you don't want to see that, this is a great way to see like a lot of, this card isn't as loaded, but they've had such a talent share with AEW. It's like you can see some of your favorites over there. But I've heard a lot of this. I've heard that Wrestle Dynasty brought eyes back to New Japan for the first time in a while. That was a hell of a show. I had a lot of fun with Wrestle Dynasty. More fun than I'll say more fun than Wrestle Kingdom. Gabe and Kenny was such a work of art that hard to deny.
New Japan, I mean, who am I to say, how that they have to come over here and make noise over here? Because
no, their Western presence needs help, though. You're right.
That's if they want to, though. But I think part of the problem is just promotion.
Yeah. It's tough, and it's weird because right now you have an English-speaking champion, so now would be the time to expand that, and like Gabe Kidd, right? And ELP just came back. Like, you have a lot of people that, if that's the big like thing, right? You have more presence, more Gaijin presence than you've had in a while. But I also don't buy that because you can do promos with subtitles.
So there's a couple things. I don't think they do enough interviews or anything like that to like get their people out there. I don't, Sean does a ton, and New Japan seems to be the lowest amount he does, and I don't think that's by his choice. I think that's just by
he's interviewed Gabe a bunch.
Gabe seems to be the one he gets, but I'm just saying, like, availability.
But he also loves interviewing Gabe, so
yeah. I wonder why. Is it because every time he does, he gets a quote?
Gabe's like, let me come on your platform and talk a bunch of shit. Sean's like, yes, please.
But like, they should have, even if the language barrier doesn't impact interviews, because again, like say Sean, we'll just use Sean doesn't speak Japanese, but you can have a translator there.
Sure.
Like, it's not that hard. Like, it would help you guys to let your people be seen in front of the American audience, or put on some YouTube specials or something, just to like, if you want to see a couple of what we do, here it is.
Oh, God.
You're ahead of me, so something just happened.
Yeah, 10 seconds, you're going to see like this running sliding lariat from Ishii. That is monstrous.
Just saw it.
We did see that, though. Like, Zack did more interviews with Fightful's own Phil Lindsay. He didn't do it for Fightful, but and Lyric got a ZSJ interview, and a couple other people did. So I think they're getting it. It's just, I think with strong shows, they go so hyper local because they're a live events company. They're just trying to sell tickets.
No, that's fair.
I thought this match was going to be like a fun 10-minute throwaway, and this match rules. Ryan just saw the sliding lariat, methinks.
No, I saw the one where Gabe Kidd twisted in the air.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I did not expect that out of Gabe Kidd.
He's great, also, man. Feels like they know what they have right now. Like, it feels like he had that breakout performance at Dynasty, and maybe this was slated to be a 10-minute throwaway, but they know to ride the momentum of what he's got going, whether that was the plan or not.
I will say this, Kate. I think C. Delgado's son has lived your dream. He was in the Tokyo Dome last weekend.
C. Delgado's son has my favorite, viewer ZSJ story I've ever heard. That his son yells like, was it an ankle lock or an armbar? I think it was an armbar. His son yelled like, do an armbar, and ZSJ went, okay, and did.
ZSJ rules.
He's the best. He's the best. I also know so many wrestlers that have good stories about him, and that just makes me happy. It was an ankle lock, okay. It was an ankle lock. That's even funnier, actually. Do an ankle lock. All right. It just does. I won't spoil the ending, but we do have a definitive winner here.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming we did. It'd be shocking if we didn't. I love Ishii, but he's on that I'm gonna just take all the losses mode.
Yeah, he's also Teflon, so.
That's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't hurt him.
Oh wait, sorry, he kicked out. I was wrong. My bad. Even though I'm ahead of you, I'm not that far ahead of you.
You could be an announcer with the way you bid on that.
I did. I'm doing a lot of things. I'm maintaining a chat. I'm talking to you. I'm watching the show. Please do leave a thumbs up if you haven't already on this video. I love doing watch-alongs specifically of New Japan and honestly New Japan strong content. Oh God. I'll never get used to the sensation of somebody just getting dropped on their head. Like it but I don't like doing watch-along content that much. It's just not, I don't have the big reactions to make that compelling to people usually, but for New Japan Strong, I'm just like, I'm excited for cards. I love that it's so in-ring focused because anything I pop is not at like I'm not a big, unless it's like Eddie Kingston or Kevin Owens, I'm probably not popping at a promo. Holy shit, Gabe. Take it easy, Gabe. He's just getting more and more frustrated the longer this match goes on, which it's 10:36. I thought this was going to be like quick, hard hitting, whatever. It is not. Yeah. Slap the fuck out of each other. Oh, God. I hate that I'm ahead of you because I want to call certain things, but I don't want to spoil them for you.
You have no problem spoiling it for me because
it's slapping and forearms and lariats. Like it's just really, really hard hitting stuff.
I can't speak for the viewers, but for me, I actually like hearing your reaction and then seeing it 10 seconds later to be like, oh, okay, I've hit that moment.
Like, well, there you go. I mean, they're beating the fuck out of each other. He's a madman, you know. This is fun as hell. I don't know if anybody in the chat was like, yeah, this is what I was expecting, but I thought this was going to be like 10 to 15 minutes in there somewhere. Here we go. People are catching up now.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be I thought if you didn't get on right away, you may miss the majority of this match. Yeah,
that's why I went live before the stream was even up, because I was like, oh, God. I do want to say hi to Jesse Ozog in the chat, Ryan. Did you see that Jesse Ozog's here?
I'm keeping the gimmick across shows.
Well, Ryan is with me every Wednesday that I am available at the Mark Order Podcast. Definitely the most consistent host of us over there. So if you would be so kind, feel free to go to Mark Order Pod on YouTube and subscribe there. We talk all things All Elite every Wednesday after Dynamite. This has been some fun shit, brother.
Oh, he's getting checked out. Did they go to time limit?
It's so hard because I don't have the commentary on because I don't want it to play too loud, but they might have. If anybody knows. Ishii's still grabbing at him from where I'm at.
Yeah, it looks like it was time limit.
Yeah, time limit draw. Okay. I love it. And Gabe is pissed. Okay, I'm going to stop talking because I want to hear what Gabe has to say. Japanese so far, so. Gabe goes, you want to take me to the time limit? April, whatever the fuck. So I don't know what the April date is for New Japan, and neither does Gabe Kidd, but 30-minute Iron Man match with Gabe Kidd and Ishii. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
It's in Chicago.
Todd, I'm going to see if I can get you and Jamie on here at the same time. I know we have the toughest time difference with Australia, but I wanted to do that because I also want to talk some Australian scene, but I'll get you and the wonderful Jamie Apps on at some point. That match was fun as hell. I did not think it was going time limit draw, but Chicago, that's probably what, Windy City Riot then? All the way in April? Yeah, that'll be fun as hell. That'll be fun as hell. Did not think that's what we were going to get out of this match, Ryan.
I didn't, I'm going to be honest. I thought I'd like it. I didn't think I'd like it that much. That was a lot of fun.
That's been my favorite Ishii match in a while because, like you said, he's normally like the take losses guy or whatever, but that was a different match than we normally get from him.
Also, I'm just going to say, because you're talking about getting Todd and I think you said Jamie on. Was it Jamie?
Yeah, Jamie Apps. Great dude.
I want that conversation to cover two things. One, you need to cover Grand Slam Australia, clearly.
Obviously.
But also, I just want you guys to talk about the Australian like independent wrestling scene because that fascinates me. Because
yeah, we will.
They have to do.
We definitely will. That was part of. I wanted to do a whole series, and then I got very sick at the end of last year into the beginning of this year, unfortunately, and it just kind of went by the wayside. But it's unreal, and they are two fountains of knowledge about that scene. If you want to know why I started talking about Delta, it's because of Todd in the chat. And now she's Zarya in NXT, and she's incredible. So they have the ear on the ground on that scene. They also introduced me to Jessica Troy. I think they did. I think I saw the Coliseum show first, and then I asked about Jessica Troy, and they were like, yeah, man, she's the real deal. Go check out more. She's unfortunately injured, it looks like, but she is incredible. She is incredible. Why somebody hasn't booked her in 7 matches with Deonna Purrazzo is beyond me. But
they have to travel so many hours just to make a loop. What's considered like you can't like it's just wild to me. There's a level of dedication there.
Because I think there's built-in quality control because of that. Like we talked about that a little bit of like you can't put together a loop the same way that you can in America. We have now, what do they call this? Roppongi ReVice, I think. Because this is half Roppongi 3K, half Roppongi Vice. I like that.
I will never get over Rocky Romero introducing himself to me on a wrestling cruise.
He did. He also knew who I was already, which drove you crazy. That was amazing.
Well, that always drives me crazy. But it's just how polite it was to be like, oh, and hey, I'm Rocky. It's like,
you go, you went, yeah, I know.
I mean, he's a lot like, I get it. I actually respect the humility there, but it's also like, dude, like, if any place for you to have a little bit of a bravado, it could be the fact that you're on a wrestling cruise.
Or, yeah, just the assumption that someone would know who you are is on a captive audience wrestling cruise, but he's a sweetheart. He's a sweetheart.
How old is Yo?
I don't know. Young. On the younger side, for sure. I missed when Sho and Yo were Roppongi Vice 3K, but House of Torture had to ruin everything, as they always do.
I hate to tell you, I don't think he's that young.
Really?
He's only a year younger than us.
No shit. Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was like Shota's age. I thought he was like 27, 28.
No, he's old like us.
Oh, no. We're the oldest.
I just like Yo. I've liked anytime I've seen him on my watched him wrestle. I've enjoyed him.
They had such a special thing with him and Sho. And then they broke it up for no reason.
That seems to be a crime that every wrestling company commits.
Yep. But we've got tag action now. The Jerks, one of the 2 sets of Jerks who stole the belts from my precious TMDK.
I'm a bigger fan of the East Coast cleaning crew, but, you know. I mean, the chat is hyping you up, Kate, saying you're 25 or 24.
It's true. So Sho is 23 years
I'm okay
old.
with that. I just wanted to express that I'm okay with you being that age because I know we're the same age. So
Exactly. This should be a fun match. I just don't know why. This is even just me speaking as a TMDK stan, which I am and fully admit. But part of the reason I'm a stan of those guys is they're really fucking good. And I don't know why. Robbie and Fujita now have the junior tag belts. Zack has the IWGP belt. When Robbie and Fujita didn't have the junior belts, TMDK had both sets of belts. And I'm like, can you just make them a unit with gold all at once, please? just for a little bit instead of they are a unit in intervals. Because please tell me at that Wrestle Dynasty match what Great Khan was doing in there. Like, and Naito, I love him so much. He was sleepwalking through that weekend. Like, come on, man. Shane and Mikey versus the Young Bucks. You're going to tell me that combination of big dudes versus athletic guys and the comedic timing of both of those teams wouldn't lead to something fucking awesome?
So the issue here is that's the match I'd rather see. That's the match I would expect to see on something like this. But that's not the match you book for Wrestle Kingdom, because it's like Mania where you just pick a name. You pick the name. Like, these are the big names that we're throwing in there. And I hate that, because I would have rather seen like
Great Khan is not a big name though. Like, he's a name kind of, but like
he for Japan though, and like versus TMDK, like he's the bigger name.
I guess.
I'm not saying again, I'm with you. I would have went TMDK.
I want Mikey and Shane to have nice things just for like a little bit. Just for a little bit that it makes sense would be nice. But like, make them a unit, man.
I will say, even though they beat your boys, I do actually enjoy the West Coast Wrecking Crew.
I really do. I really, really do. I think Royce Isaacs is great, especially. But yeah, this should be fun. This should be really fun. Starting off here. Man, Jorel's great. Yo is so, like, he has such a specific to him charisma about him. Yes. Like, he's so much fun. He's so much fun. Just gonna tweet about this Iron Man match that we got set up for April, whenever the fuck. Thank you all for hanging out with us and tuning in. Kate, when should we expect Speedball in AEW? You know, I thought he might have been a Casino Gauntlet surprise, honestly. But they didn't choose to go that direction. I would say soon. I know that the network wanted to make a big deal about Maximum Carnage. So I wouldn't put it out of reach for this upcoming week. I'll be doing the post show on AEW and abandoning for AEW on Fightful and abandoning Ryan on Wednesday. So it'll be me and Alex Pulaski while Sean is both at AEW and getting Fightful Awards acceptance speeches. Man, nobody's more sorry about the Steelers than the fucking Steelers. What a not fight did they put up? Pathetic.
It could have been worse. It could have been the Chargers.
Yeah, yeesh. Oh, God. Poor Chargers.
That was ugly.
I mean, Steelers weren't much better from whenever I turned it off.
Oh, I like the idea by Delgado.
What do we got?
Maybe Daniel Garcia does an open challenge on Collision and get Mike Bailey. That would be cool.
That would be a really cool way to bring him in. This is so funny. I think everybody thought this, Todd, that show was going to be the breakout for that team, and Steelers are, I mean, they're not going to win, but they at least put up some fucking points. 28-14 with 4.5 minutes left. That's okay. As long as they did better than the Bengals. Except for every payday, where I'm a huge Bengals fan.
You do what you must.
I do what I must. I wouldn't even say that I go full Bengals fan. I just don't talk shit on those days. I love Rocky.
He loves Emily. I will never not make that joke.
That's fair. That is fair.
Seeing someone like Rocky in the ring, though, helps me get a good idea of how big everyone else is, because since I have met him, I could be like, all right, you're this big. So if they're like that to you, that means they're this big.
Which tells you Royce Isaacs is a big motherfucker.
Yeah, he's got size to him.
You want Rocky to book ROH? I want somebody to book ROH, man. Killing me. Last I heard, there's still a TV deal anticipated, and last I heard, if they get a TV deal, a creative team dedicated to that would follow. So it wouldn't just be Collision leftovers, which is, I know, like
because
half
they have money.
Yeah, you'll have specific money for it, and Todd wants Dustin to book ROH. I want somebody to. I just want somebody to. I want somebody that's not Vince Russo too. That's all.
I'll do it.
That made it sound like Vince Russo is currently booking ROH. That's not the case. That's not what I meant.
You just meant I'll take anyone, but this is the exclusion of the rule.
Stop that guy. This I don't know. I have no idea how close or whatever. That was just the last I heard from a couple people, but we will see. Chris Hero, I know is or was at least actively involved in ROH. The biggest obstacle with ROH, I think, is that it tapes on Saturdays with Collision. So I think they get their Collision plan set, and then ROH just becomes the leftovers for the most part. So now I will say, one really cool thing about ROH, holy shit, Yo just slamming people like it's no big deal. He is ripped. I don't think I realized Yo's conditioning, man.
Yeah, he's really well
He has
built.
all the abs. My God. What was I saying about Collision and ROH? Just that ROH is Collision leftovers. The cool thing about it is it's never been a women's brand ever before. And it is primarily a women's brand right now. Part of that is the weakness due to the singles division of the men's side in ROH, much like NXT. But he has John Cena jorts working. He kind of does have some John Cena jorts. Only, I gotta say, more stylish. They don't look like they're stuck in the 2000s. They look cool. They look more intentional. I think it should be a hybrid of developmental and its own standalone product because they have a very big roster. I think they should bring back AEW Dark to make some clarity around that fact, though. Yo! Pun incredibly intended. That was cool as hell. You're going to see a really cool tandem offense move off the ropes.
Oh, shit. I'm seeing it get lined up.
Oh, shit. I'm seeing someone else coming on in. SP3.
Oh, no, he's frozen. Oh, he's down.
Hello, everyone.
What's going on, fella?
SP3.
Excited to jump on. I caught up. I caught it late because I was going from Collision to this show. So I had to go back and watch Gabe Kid versus Ishii from the beginning.
Hell yeah, that match was crazy. I did not think it was going to go to a time limit draw, but that was fun as hell.
Me either. They did not work that like it was supposed to go to a 30-minute draw.
It was foot on the gas and beating the hell out of each other the whole time. So that was super fun. Where are you, SP3? This is not your usual setup.
No, I'm in my living room. Okay. So I can see the TV. So
well played.
Watch along. This is my watch. It's my watch along.
The watch along setup. All right, I got you. Well, you missed me ranting about TMDK already. So they won though on the pre-show. So there you go.
I did go back. I went all the way back to the beginning to see like, okay, what did I miss? I have to go back and watch that. I saw that.
I too watched Collision, so I didn't see the pre-show. But our precious ROH champions just keep getting pinned on Collision. So
hey, our world champion won in the main event though.
And I wanted him to lose. What does that say? SP3, while you're here, because in a watch-along setting, we don't get to like plug our stuff in proper timeline. I'll let you plug whatever shit you want to plug right up front here.
Well, I appreciate you for that. Well,
yeah.
you can follow me on the Twitter machine at True Hill SP3. That is TRU, no E, because I speak Ebonics. That is also the same for True Hill Heat YouTube channel. That's where I'm at pretty much every day of the week, according to my missus. She's like, I live there more than our actual home. Uh, so yeah, we do our flagship podcast every Saturday, every Sunday. We did one earlier today where we talk about the world of pro wrestling, WWE, AEW, New Japan, TNA, Indies, Mexico. Doesn't matter. We talk about it. If it's important enough, we discuss it. We discussed Hulk Hogan a lot on this week's podcast, which featured Chrissy Love with a fantastic rant about Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker being on Monday Night Raw this week. So check that out. But yeah, that is where you can find most of my stuff. My written work is over at si.com. The takedown on si is where I do most of my written work, and wrestletalk.com as well. And then I am with Kate every Thursday after Ring of Honor to review ROH, our beloved ROH. We are still honorable to our ROH.
We are. We shake hands every Thursday.
Every Thursday, we shake hands or touch tips as much as we can. Yeah, I'm over there. I'm over on Fightful Overbook talking about non-wrestling with Jeremy Lambert on Tuesdays, reality television, NBA, whatever we can think of. And yeah, I think that's most of my stuff, the important stuff. There you go.
There you go. Todd, thanks so much for popping in. When they do Grand Slam in Australia, I'm definitely going to have Todd and Jamie on to talk some Australian independent scene, talent-wise, and the mechanics of how things work over there, because it's very different than America. Rocky from the top rope a few times in this match, man. Good shit.
Yeah, I just need to say that SP3 is co-host to the only basketball show I'll listen to, except when they talk Sixers. Then I turn it off.
Thank you so much. Hey, I had faith in the Sixers this year. I'm just
so did I, and it's killed me.
There you go.
We're seeing the end of the Big Three era. It's over for the Big Threes.
Yep.
West Coast Wrecking Crew really are fun.
It's world class Wrecking Crew.
That's right. They did change their name. That's right. How dare I? How dare I?
Yeah, they're on the West Coast right now.
Yeah, that's true. They should be in Tag League more. They should be in the Tag League. They retain here in a fun match. I gotta say, I was very surprised by the fact that Gabe and Ishii went the time limit, and then you saw, I'm sure, that they got that Iron Man match set up after it. You saw Gabe go, April, whatever the fuck.
I was like, of course, that's Gabe Kidd. That's Gabe Kidd.
I love it.
I know it had to be him to pitch going opening, because that's so not New Japan. New Japan always puts out the match order. And this is out of order. This is completely out of order now.
It is. It made me wonder, like, I was like, is something up? But Ryan and I were saying, like, we were surprised that it's opened partly because of that. And I was expecting this to be as hard hitting as it was, but for 12 minutes, which is usually like a middle of the card kind of thing, because it's like a nice, it's nice to plop one of those in there in a longer card. Like it's a refresh of just like, oh, dudes beating the fuck out of each other for 12 to 15 minutes or whatever. But so for that to open and then go the time limit, I was very, very surprised. But this is a strong card, man. Like I'm excited for Takeshita and Kushida. I'm obviously excited for the main event. And Cobb and ELP, I'm really excited for too. That I'm really, really excited for.
Yeah. But like this is so not like New Japan. Like I don't ever remember seeing a New Japan show that started off with a 30-minute matchup.
No.
Like, I've watched a lot of New Japan. I've tried to watch stuff from the past. I don't ever remember them doing a 30-minute match in the opener.
Yeah. Yeah, even on strong cards, like they usually still follow the the hallmark there. Oh, AZM coming out. SP3 is going to do the dance.
Oh, putting him on the spot.
Do the dance. You know what?
I'll do a Mina dance, of course.
There you go. Matthew Hook saying, how is Walker 22? He's really good at this. He is really good at this. He has grown tremendously in a very short amount of time. And I can say from what I've heard, he just, is constantly hungry to get better. Like, he got his position by basically asking Kevin Kelly. I know that's like a taboo name now, but he was just like, how do I get your job someday? Like, what do I do? And he did all the things to get better and to connect. And I know he's worked hard on learning Japanese as well and Spanish, so that when he's in CMLL, he can kind of help navigate and stuff. Like, he's worked really, really hard at this, man. Like, he's a different announcer than he was 2 years ago and even a year ago. And his ability to contextualize things has blossomed like time over time. Very happy to see Johnny Robbie in action. She was injured for a while. She's outstanding. I think she signed to CMLL. If not, she appears a lot around there. But we got Trisha Dora, who SP3 and
I know nothing about Johnny Robbie.
She is fun as hell. She'll beat the fuck out of you. Like, she's one of those. Miss Anna J is here. And do the dance. Do the dance, SP3.
No, it's Mina who does the dance. Mina. I do the Mina.
AZM doesn't do the dance?
No.
See, this is how I don't know my stardom, guys. I thought AZM had her own dance, too. No,
she has a cool jacket.
She has a really cool jacket. I'm excited. I wish I followed Stardom closer. I do not.
You can only follow so much, Kate.
I know. SP3 follows it all, though.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Here we go.
He's dancing.
I knew he knew part of this dance because he did it on ROH. Look at him serving SP3. I love it. It's a shame we can only see you from the neck up because you're shaking your titties. Let's be real.
You don't want to see all the titties going everywhere.
Pronounce Azumi. I know nothing. I'm sorry.
Azumi.
I know nothing. I apologize.
I thought you were doing a bit like Rob was doing that when he was doing our Wrestle Kingdom 19 review. He kept calling her AZM. He said
I would call her
AZM.
AZM.
It was Azumi, so I was convinced that he was just ribbing us.
He was committed to the bit, but in reality, you know what? I had this discussion on SmackDown. I'm like Ron Burgundy about some shit though, honest to God. I was talking about how the word Yosemite, like I always say it Yosemite in my head, and then I have to correct it to Yosemite.
Mm-hmm.
See, you're with me. Cardozo was like, no, you're just dumb. He didn't say that with his words, but I could tell. I could tell what he was thinking.
I replied to your argument and said that I always pronounce the S in Illinois in my head, and then I have to remove it when I say it out loud.
There's certain words like that. I had a friend who, of all things, I remember this because we were on the subway, and there was an ad for impotence. And she was like, I always read that word as impotence. Like importance, but impotence. And now that's done that to me. Like, I don't read it as that word, but I think of that memory anytime I see that word, which is not all that often. Here's the beautiful Mina Shirakawa.
What is with the Stardom gals and these awesome like robes and jackets?
Always. The design there for gear is like so next level. This should be fun. This is a hell of a group. On both sides. I wish I was more up on Stardom. I'm out of time. Time each week.
It's tough. I
don't know how you do it.
As much as I can. It's tough though.
I
had to go into cherry picking matches last year.
That's what I should do. That's what I should do. Or I should keep up with other content creators who cover the space, like Lyric Scott. If you need to know something about Japanese wrestling, Lyric is like
absolutely.
Man,
YouTube. Love that they were doing Mina chants.
Mina is like, could not be more over. Could not be more over. AEW will probably sign her as soon as she's available, I would think.
Speaking about signed people, and this is not related to New Japan, but I got to ask, is Josh Alexander WWE bound?
I don't know.
He missed his booking tonight, and he called it his last indie booking for a while.
Interesting. That would make that seem like it's the case. I don't think AEW would tell him to wrap anything up, but they did that with Steph.
Just curious. You guys usually know things that I don't.
And they did it with the Motor City Machine Guns.
They did do that with Motor City. Though in their defense, they had like 6 extra months before signing anywhere.
To be fair.
They had like a very long goodbye run.
But usually that's a sign that you're going to WWE because AEW doesn't usually tell people to wrap up their indie dates.
Well, he's gonna have a hell of a run if he goes over there. He'll be fun.
They need him in NXT. That men's division is
needs help.
The serious question is, and I know, will they let him keep the headgear?
They should.
Well, Ethan Page is right there. So the North, if they decide to go the tag route, should absolutely have the headgear.
I think that the North would probably work better as a tag team on the main roster than even in NXT.
I would think so. I think Ethan Page could go to the main roster tomorrow and be a star, but
yeah,
they view things.
Oh, did she get close?
Yeah, she does not look good.
Yeah, because it was weird when she fell over. I was like, what's going on? Oh, shit. No. Where's the doc?
Well, that's the only thing that's suspicious to me. There's no one actually running to help her.
Yeah, what's going on? Where's the doctor?
So Viva Van's officially signed to AEW?
No, to CMLL, I think.
Apparently, she said that she was signed to AEW.
Walker just said it too.
Yeah, in a like a live stream.
Oh no shit! Okay, she's great. I hope she is. She's fantastic.
Okay, this isn't good. I do not see Trish anymore.
Yeah, I think that I saw the doctor walk over to her.
Good.
This would suck.
That sucks. She went like out too. That's scary.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary as hell. I'm just always rooting for Trish Adora. I hope she's okay.
He really is your girl. Like even like 4 years ago, you're like, hey, there's this Trish Adora. You gotta watch her.
Trish and Willow, like at the same time, I was super, super, super on both trains. I think it was Trish and Tony Deppen in that Iron Woman match or Iron Person match. That was like, I was like, holy shit, this woman's the real deal. And Willow obviously took off, and Trish could if they let her. But it felt like she was just getting going in ROH, and that would really, really suck if she's going to cost her a year. Like, they just started to make, literally this week, SP3 and I were talking about it. They just started to make Shane Taylor Promotions like a unit.
All right, I see her now.
This match is awesome. Aside from this, I'm just so distracted. Like,
so again, I knew nothing about this Johnny Robbie, but so far I'm
she's
liking
a badass.
it.
Yeah, she kicks ass. I love Johnny.
I still don't see her.
She was up on her knees for a minute and then went back down.
They probably told her to go back down.
I see her head.
Yeah,
she's gotten to her knees. And she's talking, I think, either to the doc or another referee.
There's a referee that keeps running from the back.
Do they not have a doctor on site?
think legally they have to.
Yeah. Oh shit! I see the medics.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch this match because I'm distracted.
Yeah, I just am like so.
Did they say to take it home? Did they say to take it home?
I wonder if she was factored into the ending.
Yeah, I guess it's a it's an elimination match.
It's elimination, so
yeah, so they can
she's
just
on her
say
feet
she's
though.
Oh,
eliminated.
duh. Yeah.
Yeah, they can just say she's eliminated. I don't think she was gonna be the sole survivor of this.
But something weird's going on because she's like on her feet, like leaning on the ring.
They're probably just being very cautious.
She's on the apron.
Yeah, maybe she got
apron.
checked by the medic and they said that she can continue.
I feel like she went out.
Yeah.
Like that I wouldn't fuck around with. Or maybe they'll just let her stand there.
Go in, not actually take a move, but somehow or pin or take a pin.
Yeah. She's on her feet. She's on the apron now.
Thank God. I liked that pin.
Azumi Sushi. That's what that's called.
That's awesome.
That is it. That's a good pinning motion.
Sorry, I'm literally texting Sean right now.
Well, Trish is up and she looks like she's ready to go.
Yeah, she's back on the apron. She's in the corner. They haven't tagged her in yet.
Oh.
Up kick.
Hell yeah, Johnny Robbie. Man, Anna's looks like a different wrestler.
Yeah.
She's great.
She's the only one left from Dark Order who still gets pushed.
That's a really good point.
It's heartbreaking.
Even at ROH, like, we just laugh because 1 week they're heel, 1 week they're face.
They're the big show of ROH.
They are. We got Luis Polito in the house as well.
Hello.
Luis, how are you?
I am doing very well. A little disappointed by the main event of Collision, but at least I got compensated by Gabe and Ishii, so that's a good sign.
Amen to that.
And I just saw Dr. run through the apron.
So, I mean, I guess Trish is okay, because now she's in the ring, getting her ass kicked.
Yeah. I'm guessing she's going to be eliminated shortly just to evade anything, but...
Is this like a over-the-top rope elimination?
Yeah, you can get eliminated by pinfall submission or over the top rope.
Okay, that is... I never knew that.
New Japan does this a lot with their multi-people matches. If it's elimination, that's how the eliminations go.
That's why I'm glad to watch New Japan stuff with people who know it, because then I can ask questions and not feel like an idiot.
Well, it is interesting, too, because they, like... I feel like you get variations of different rules in America, but sometimes New Japan just does stuff very differently. Like, very differently. What else photo saying, Luis, thank you, Netflix. It is truly thanks to Netflix that Luis is joining us tonight.
And legitimately, I've been fighting with my own Netflix recently for having to air SmackDown. I had to use cable for it, so... But yes, always thank you, Netflix, for that. Oh, you know, I think both ironically and unironically, so there you go. Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's go. Let's go, Mina.
Oh.
Thank y'all for watching along. If you could leave a thumbs up on this video, because there's more of you watching now than were before, that would be great. This match is really fun. I just got so distracted by Trish that I kind of got lost in it, but the pacing of it's been great. Like it's been a lot cleaner than I think a lot of elimination matches can go.
Oh.
But pedal to the metal the whole time.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember much of it. Most of what I'm focusing on was like, is Trish actually okay?
Yeah, me too. But it's been good.
Come on, Sumie. Oh no.
Oh, interesting little apron spot. I don't know. I've been ahead of some of our other streamers, so I don't want to spoil it for you guys. But
oh, I didn't like that.
Yeah, both got eliminated. Azumi
Yeah.
and Nina.
Oh
I just didn't
no!
like the.
It's down to Anna J and Micah.
I don't mind the double elimination. It makes sense, but I didn't like the way it happened. It looked ugly. Like it could hurt.
yeah,
The Zumi? But even then, that was still.
good stuff at the end here. Anna's like laying in her offense so much better. And her footwork's gotten so much better, but like improved dramatically.
Yeah, it's almost like, hey, if you have someone who's not getting enough ring time, send them to someplace they can so they can get good.
There are some wrestlers too who like consistent TV reps or consistent reps in general. It affects them a lot, and Anna was always one of them. Like she'd always look rough in like her first 2 appearances back, and then her like 3rd to 5th one, she'd be great, and then they'd pull her off TV again. So I'm glad she's getting some consistent work. In the final 2 on this, though, this is good.
Ooh, nice back sour.
Oh, damn. I don't know if you guys are at the corner spot I just saw, but woo!
They're setting up for it right now.
Oh shit!
My
What's
just messed up on me.
What's the actual other wrestler's name? Not Anna. What's the other one?
Mika?
Micah.
Micah.
That was a hell of a spot by Micah to hold Anna up in the air like that.
That was really cool. She's strong as hell. Now that I know Trish Adora is like fully conscious, I am enjoying this a lot more. That was scary.
Like now that I know she's alive, I'm good.
I think I know how this is gonna end.
Oh, there it is. That's it.
Oh, I was wrong.
Oh.
Micah
Damn it, I missed the finish.
Oh yeah,
Nexus
Micah. All right.
B.
There you go.
Oh! She thought it was okay.
Yeah, makes sense. Micah was the big like Stardom star coming for the first time to New Japan in the U.S.
Pieces said she usually does the 3 amigos into a superplex. Well, or from the superplex. Well, damn. I will have to look up more for matches. That's another fun part of. We were talking in the beginning of the show about just like how fun these cards are because they're just basically all super cards. Like they're just amalgamations of different promotions and stories and matchups and like it because it's not off of weekly episodic TV anymore.
Yeah.
And I like that I can like I don't know a ton of CMLL, I don't know a ton of Stardom, so I'm always like getting to find new people. Man, Nina is like undeniably over. She's like Thunder Rosa was a couple years ago, like before Thunder signed with AEW, sadly.
Yeah.
Where it was just like crazy pops everywhere she went.
Actually, Thunder kept a lot of the momentum until through a while.
Until the injury,
yeah, sadly, like until her title reign. Well, that was super fun.
Good
Hope
stuff.
Trish is all right. Hope Trish is all right. They gave her a swift elimination. You never know with New Japan stuff because remember, like Naito was out on his feet before he won the G1, and Will Ospreay was like, "I'll just Destino myself," and end the match.
And then he wrestled the next night.
And then he wrestled the next night to win the G1. So, man. ELP versus Jeff Cobb up next. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh boy. Do we think
he's got that
do we
ugly
think Cobb
square
wins
belt.
this one or ELP retains?
ELP beat cancer. He can beat Jeff Cobb.
I feel like because it's the TV title, it could go either way, but I think ELP retains because Cobb had like a pretty healthy run.
Yeah.
The ugliest belt in all of pro wrestling.
I don't know that Saudi belt.
Yeah, thank you, Kate. I looked at the camera. I was like,
yeah.
I've blocked that out of my brain, so that's why that just doesn't even come in.
In your defense, it's not really like a proper belt. It's not getting defended anywhere. Nothing's happening with it, but
I just hate
remember
the giant
like,
square.
It looks like a candy watch. It looks like a candy watch.
No. It looks like if the Gift of the Gods was made by a pirate shop. That's what it looks like. It's horrific. Like it feels like they just to a down south shop and like, hey, make something like this but worse. And it just got it out of it. Like, come on.
I remember once, I forget who I was streaming with, but I said it looked like a corporate gift. Like you could go to Things Remembered and buy this belt. And that's what it felt like to me. I think I was right.
I think that was on a stream with Cardoso.
That would story would track.
Because they were parading it around backstage like in multiple segments. I was like, wait, why?
Oh, I meant the TV title belt feels like it, but yeah, the Saudi one feels like you won it at an arcade. It's like, ugh, not good.
I legitimately forgot about the Saudi belt. I would, if you had asked me 1,000 times, I would never have named that one as a belt that existed.
Well, it's like this huge gaudy belt, and then the winners took home rings anyway, and then it's not really defended, so it's not a thing.
Oh my god, a Phantasmo's jacket. Holy shit.
Oh my gosh, Macklemore style.
I'm in love.
That's wild.
Look at ELP. Very happy for him, for real. Very, very happy for him.
I want those glasses.
They're pretty cool. That dude deserves it. Did he win Best of the Super Juniors a while back?
I do miss the best though. They had like the little light up and everything.
He won what is it, the Super Junior Cup or something like that? I forget what it's called. Super J Cup. He won the Super J.
The Super J, that's right. He had that really cool jacket that they were selling on Chalkline, and I was like, I want one. See, this is what ELP knows that Shota Umino does not. You only need one jacket. It just has to be an incredible jacket. Shota's got the multi-jacket thing. I don't think I realized ELP is like, he's pretty tall. I mean, he's on the ropes right now, but he's taller than I thought he was.
Man, he's so tall on those ropes.
I meant when he was coming out. But then his timing ruined everything for me. Like, he's taller than Jeff Cobb. But I don't think Jeff Cobb's
short
that
and
tall.
stout.
He's just, he's just a refrigerator.
Yeah. Cobb is not a super tall guy, but not that it matters with him. Like his build already makes him intimidating as is already. It's kind of like Braun Breaker in that sense.
Yeah.
I always thought of him built like Rhino from ECW. It just reminds me of that.
Yes. Especially
I can't remember.
ECW Rhino.
I think it
has to be that one.
I think it was Jeff Cobb. It might have been Wardlow, but my sister said, I think it was Jeff Cobb, that he looks like the dresser in Beauty and the Beast when he just like opens the doors and there's all the drawers there. I was like, you know what? I see it. Because dudes that are built like that go like triangular almost down. Big E's that way too, like so barrel chested, and then they have the tree trunk legs, and then they get skinny at the bottom. She was like, looks like the dresser, the wardrobe from Beauty and the Beast. I was like, I can't deny it. I love Jeff Cobb. It's like, that's cute. Here's the shoulder block. He rules.
He just explodes. Oh my god.
Jeez. Shoulder block off the rope from Cobb was like, see, incredible comparison. My sister doesn't know a lot about wrestling, but when she hits hard.
It's almost like she's
the head booker.
She is the head booker of New Japan. If you were not up on the lore with my sister, she borrowed my New Japan shirt one time, and she decided that made her the head of New Japan. And she was wearing it during the G1, and I was like, Lynn, I don't think you realize, like, it's not just that wrestling fans will come up to you. It's that the nerdiest wrestling fans are going to come up to you. If you wear a Lion Mark shirt out during the G1 and somebody recognizes it. But so now I just talk to her like she's up on New Japan. My favorite is when we watched Aussie Open versus the Young Bucks on like a Rampage. It was one of the few matches that she watched live with me. And so now she knows Aussie Open is the green team because they had the green gear. And the Young Bucks were in like whitish silver, and she called them like the shiny guys. She calls TMDK the City Standy Boys as well because they won't kneel, but they'll sit and they'll stand.
They do kneel. They're liars.
I love that.
The City Standy Boys forever. She's a big Shane Hayes fan. She saw him eating popcorn out of his tag belt, like he had tucked popcorn in between the belts and his waist. It was just eating it on the way to the ring, and she calls that the popcorn belt now. She knows what's up. She knows ball. I like that ELP was like, I'm coming back with platinum hair so that the Logan Paul comparisons will stop.
I mean, they're not going to stop.
Jeff Cobb is just standing on ELP's back like, surf's up, dude.
He's surfing. Which reminds me, everybody remember, Surf Ninjas is available to stream on Amazon Prime.
You love that movie.
I do.
I did ask my sister what happened with Shota and ZSJ, and when she doesn't know something, she goes tournaments.
Wise decision with New Japan.
Tournaments. That's what I told her it was like a tournament heavy promotion, and so now she just goes tournaments. She goes, you have to trust in tournaments.
You know, that is a good answer though, because you could say she can then further explain it and be like, he didn't win the tournament, so that's why the fans didn't believe in him. So that's it. Work.
You see?
Yeah, he just came in, called and shot, and we got the title match at the Tokyo Dome.
That's it.
Yeah.
If
I think that really was hurt by the broken arm earlier in the night. I think it was probably supposed to go like 25. Oh, nice little sidewalk slam situation there.
If ELP had any courage, he would have dyed his beard platinum blonde too.
No.
Not good looking.
I didn't say it was going to look good. I just said if he had any courage.
Bleaching beards hurts a lot, so I don't blame him for him not doing it. So.
Yeah,
wouldn't do it, but
that only works if you do like a patch of it.
Yeah.
Guy Fieri look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't Nick Jackson dye a little patch of his beard during the title run?
Yes.
He did, right? Yeah, he just had like that.
Yeah, I remember like they had like a little yellow over here and then over here and over here. I was like, wait, what's going on?
Does ELP just have sneakers?
Looks like it.
Let me see.
That is such a trend now that wrestlers just do the sneakers.
This son of a bitch is wearing Jordan 9s. He's wearing Jordan 9s. That's wild.
He's gonna crease them. Oh, sorry.
Nah, that's hilarious.
So the other thing my sister does is she'll just, if there's a tag team, she's like, well, it's because they're breaking up. And so if I talk to her about WWE, she's right like 90% of the time.
Now the tournaments thing works for WWE. WWE had probably more tournaments last year than New Japan, which says a lot.
So many of them are like triple threats for no reason, like just triple threat tournament.
It's basically qualifying matches for a number one contenders matchup, but they call it a tournament to the point that they call so many of those tournaments that they don't call an actual tournament a tournament like they did on SmackDown this week. They did beat Pretty Deadly, Motor City Machine Guns beat A-Town Down Under, and then they face each other, but they don't call it a tournament. They said whoever wins is going to be first in line to get a crack.
Like, think that's a tournament.
That whole thing was weird. That's a tournament, basically. Yeah, honestly, more companies should do more tournaments. And that's coming from a guy that just watched CMLL do a big old tournament as well. So
tournaments rule. I'm all for tournaments.
Yeah.
If you do them right, set up.
One company should just do a never-ending one, a tournament that never ends.
Well, that wouldn't be a very satisfying conclusion, Ryan.
That's called WWE Speed.
Come on, man.
Well played.
Oh man. I did wonder. I was thinking about this because I was like, I don't think any WWE wrestlers are on Blue Sky, and I was like, I wonder if they have an exclusivity thing with Twitter, X, whatever, because of Speed. But I think Mia Yim's over there. But I think she's the only one.
I think Cedric is there as well. I remember that I saw him promoting himself on there. I was like, oh, that's cool.
I had Phantasmo, the strength.
Hell yeah, ELP.
All right. There's a bunch of wrestling nerds in here. Maybe you guys know the answer to this. So Jesse Ozog suggested a playoff in wrestling. But has any wrestling company done a regular season into playoffs or anything like that?
Nice frog splash from ELP.
If anything, just like Robbins.
Yeah, you could almost argue like it's not official and Zack broke the trend this year, but it does feel like the G1 is the playoffs essentially into Wrestle Kingdom season. But I don't think anyone's done that properly. I think Beyond Wrestling was flirting with that idea. Like if you do seasons, you could do that, but seasonal wrestling isn't something that's really taken effect in wrestling in a long time.
Wasn't Wrestling Open also doing that for a little bit, or am I?
I think they might have been. I think they might have been. They switched hands of who was running it, and I think they switched formats when they did. But
Lieutenant Photo, come on.
WrestleLicious. I mean, the most prestigious promotion to ever exist, WrestleLicious.
I just remembered the whiplash effect I got when I just heard I'm Lacey Von Erich. I was like, wait, what? And the intro, like, what's going on here? Yeah, pardon? I'm confused all of a sudden. Like, just all these gimmicks all over the place, and then over just Lacey Von Erich. So I was like, okay, I guess. Such a weird little promotion, WrestleLicious was.
It's so random that it was like
only was one season.
And Jimmy Hart. I think they had 2. Jeff Cobb.
Jimmy Hart loved getting in on that stuff.
out on the
Oh
outside.
no, Phantasmo. What are you?
God, no.
No, ELP, no. Jeff Cobb is on the other side of the barricades, and ELP is going to the top rope.
Oh man. Oh, thank God. Yeah, move out the way.
Oh God, no.
No! Okay, that was not the best, but it was also not the worst case scenario.
Oh shit.
It
I
did
think
not
the
land
Young
as
Lions are
intended,
dead.
but it did not go poorly.
Could have gone much worse. He could have tried what Kenny did at Wrestle Dynasty.
God. 8.5 out of 10. He did not really hit him, but he also did not fall apart.
He
on the
landed
barricade.
standing too.
Yeah.
Like he landed right on his feet.
He
Hey, not to say some freaking water.
He took
Just get the
out of the crowd. He just took a bottle of water. That's so funny. I sealed one, so good for him. But ELP came back as ELP. I'll say that much. Just Ricardo saying, "Hey, I got home, and 3 of my favorite people are on. And Ryan, you're here too, I guess."
And Ricardo, you're joining that train too.
Stupid Ryan.
Getting the hate from all over.
Oh God.
Sudden death.
Paramedic just got launched. What a
He launched a young lion at ELP.
What a yeet indeed. What a yeet indeed. Who was it? I didn't even see who. I don't know what.
I don't know,
young
but he's
lion
got knee.
launched,
He's got
but-
knee guards on, so you know he's someone.
What is this? What is this? WWE or AEW? We got 2 non-finishes and 1 New Japan
Yeah,
show?
it's double count now? What the hell?
Well, they know they're in the United States, so they can get away with it.
Jeff Cobb is walking back in and he is not happy. He has his like not a boo boo face on like SB3 and I were talking about on
Was
Thursday,
it
but
Dodgers?
they rolled back in the ring. Are we gonna restart this match?
Oh, hold on.
Belt's in the ring though.
It is a time limit belt. They didn't do this previously, I don't think, of like restart the match.
People yelling at me in the chat. I'm feeling attacked.
That's annoying.
It is annoying that they're attacking me, Luis. I agree. Thank you. You may be talking
Oh,
about
no.
Massachusetts.
No, nobody cares about you, Ryan.
Hey, it's good. It's a good bit though.
That is such an ugly belt.
It really is. I remember being
JBJ,
so excited.
I did
I was
nothing.
like, Zack won something finally last year, and then I was like, and it's the ugliest belt ever, and it has the most leather for a vegan to be carrying around.
I do appreciate that multiple men who have held that belt have had platinum blonde hair.
It's true. It's a part of the lineage.
So if Cobb wins it, he's got to go platinum blonde.
Well, he won it.
Yeah, he won it last
Already.
year.
So he's owing us a platinum blonde look, is
He
what
does.
you're saying.
He's in.
When
He's
Red
in deficit.
Narita was also the champion prior to ELP, not platinum bound.
Can we forget about that part though?
No, it's seared in my brain.
He gave that belt to the kid, and I
Yeah.
would give anything for that kid to run away.
Oh,
If that kid just ran to try to steal the belt, I would have given anything for that.
I'm glad ELP is a singles wrestler again, because he was fun in tag action. He was very HBK in tag action, but like he should be a single star. I feel like. What are you celebrating about, Jeff? You didn't win. He's like, look at me. Do you see me? I'm awesome. Well, since we're between matches, I'll take a moment to plug my shit over here. We've got more videos coming next week. I've got my top 5 series returning. We're going to highlight 5 tag teams on the independent scene, which I think is a neglected area a little bit right now for a top 5 list. I'll let you know right now the velocities are on there. That's going to be coming out the middle of next week. So subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, please. And leave a thumbs up on this video. We're rooting for New Japan Strong over here. We've got our Battle in the Valley watch along. The more eyes on it, the better. But I'm going to cut my mic while the Sumie Sakai video package is on.
So this I can wrestle tonight for New Japan Ring. It's like so much mean to me and very special.
It is a weird note for Sumie Sakai to be going out on. I'm not going to lie.
What happened?
It is a weird note for Sumie Sakai to be going out on, I feel like.
I mean, what do we expect from her at this stage of her career?
Just not House of Torture or anything.
Well, I mean, yeah, I didn't expect her to pick House of Torture here, no.
You know what's funny, SP3, I was thinking about the other day is how much of Ian Riccaboni's commentary has called her American appearances. Like over the years, while the throwback match on ROH this week was a Sumie Sakai match. And even then, like in 2018 or whatever, I was like, oh my gosh, like so much of the time Ian's been on the desk because of where he's done commentary for Sumie's appearances. He's been the soundtrack to so many American matches for her.
Yeah. So good. So good. How can you keep him on the sidelines, Tony? I'm going to say this on everywhere I go. Every show I do.
I said, like, put Allentown, Pennsylvania on a plane. Whatever you need to do. Like, whatever it's going to take. Because, from my understanding, it's not money. It's schedule. But I'm like, figure it out. Do a residency in Allentown, Pennsylvania. I don't care. The hotbed of Allentown, Pennsylvania for pro wrestling.
The ultimate monkey's paw match. Like, it's Sumie Sakai's retirement that we were all very excited about, but it also has a torture match.
That is a surprising choice.
To be fair, Evil is in my good graces because Hiroshi Tanahashi got him to a good match at the Tokyo Dome. So
that is true.
That was a fun one.
I'm willing to give him more of a chance than I have in a very long time.
We are going to add Drew Nicholas to the stream. We're going to try to. There we go.
No.
No? Drew went away? All right.
Wow, Drew. That hurts.
Hurt my feelings. He was like, I'm not hopping on for a House of Torture match. Sorry, Sumie.
Did Evil not show up?
I love that show is healing it up while Sumie's just hugging everybody around the ring. I love that.
Yeah.
Is that a young lion on my Taiji gear? Yes. What? What's going on there?
Yo, Evil really on this he quit angle.
Just heard the Japanese commentary in the back, whoever has it going. Just the yelling. Well. Look who's trying to come back here, Drew.
Finally.
Drew!
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I got the New York connection here. I got Drew and SP3 on. What's up?
That's right. How we doing?
We're good. Better
Sorry
now.
I'm late.
Better now that you're here. No need to apologize. No need to
Apology
apologize.
accepted, Drew. Thank you.
Yeah. And my cat is already trying to ruin everything. There we go.
My dog was like leaning super hard into my leg earlier, just like so hard. Like, hello, pay attention to me.
I am also at I was kind of like watching you guys earlier just to try and catch up. I hadn't been watching the show at all because I was doing the Collision post show where there's the cat making a little appearance. I was doing the Collision post show with Rick and Iridian, so I unfortunately did not get to see the match I was kind of most looking forward to, which was the opening match with Tomohiro Ishii and Gabe Kidd.
Go back and watch it. Very unexpected the way that went. That was really, really, really
was
fun.
awesome.
But Drew, look what else you dragged in, okay? We got JPJ joining as well. We've got a full house now.
Look at this.
How we doing? Once I heard your name, Drew, I was like, well, you know.
God, jeez.
Gotta fill in, man.
Jeez.
How's everybody?
Better now. How are you?
I am well, thank you.
Did you ever think Sumie Sakai's retirement match was going to involve House of Torture? Because
No.
I don't think any of us did.
Very intrigued to see how this goes.
As am I.
Y'all are just gonna get all over my stuff here.
You and your guys' hatred of evil has caused him to go away. He's so sad by you guys hating on him. He didn't even show up. Like,
So, truth be told, I am not an avid New Japan watcher, so I don't really know much, but
That's
I know
okay.
you all know. So I will get all the history and I'll get caught up while I watch with you guys.
Don't worry, Drew. I'll cover it. I know everything about New Japan.
Well, what's fun about these cards is that, like,
you there, Kate?
better now. Yeah. I'm actually going to pull myself off screen real quick because I have to go pull the Collision audio for Fightful. So I will be right back.
Oh, well. Look at her big time on us even on her own stream.
Listen, responsibilities, man.
It's the Kate
responsibilities.
I know my responsibilities took me away from the opening match that I was so looking forward to.
Yeah, I missed that one too. I did see
Go back and watch it.
I saw the match before this with Cobb and ELP that got kind of double count on or whatever. But I missed that one too.
I expected like a 10-minute whatever match, and it ended up being a lot of fun.
Yeah, I did see the discourse online of everyone saying it was terrific. So
yes, the Shader Kate did just leave her own stream. So
happened.
Yeah, we're here to cover it.
she's got
At least I know she.
responsibilities.
That's what I say. Yeah, responsibilities.
Listen, at least I know she does this stuff more than just one co-host. SP3 is getting the same treatment, so it's working out well for me.
I love Yuka.
Yuka is.
Oh Lord, here he is.
Someone's coming. I saw someone running. I saw someone running there.
Hey, don't kick yeah, you bastard. What's wrong with you?
Wow.
See? You see what he had to do because of what y'all did to him?
Yep. Sure
He
do.
was forced to do this. He didn't
Sure
want to do this.
Yep.
I love SP3, the defender.
Evil is very well known for playing fair. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
They really do love this House of Torture stuff, though. We're like,
They love to hate it. They do in Japan. They really do.
So as a non-regular New Japan watcher, what exactly is the House of Torture concept here? Is that this group or is it a type of match?
No, House of Torture is the group. It's led by
okay.
Evil. It was
Okay.
basically an offshoot of the Bullet Club.
Got it.
Evil originally joined the Bullet Club after he left Los Ingonables de Japón. And
Okay,
then
I
he
knew that.
basically made his own group within the Bullet Club, which was
Got
House
it.
of Torture, with
Okay.
him, Dick Togo, Sho joining the group, Yoshinobu Kanemaru,
Tokyo.
and Yujiro Takahashi.
Okay.
But
Tokyo Pimp.
they're known for just a bunch of fuckery every time they're out there.
Bunch of fuckery and interference and shenanigans, ref bumps.
Yeah.
It's basically your Liv Morgan Women's World.
I was gonna say, is it like the Roman bloodline, kind of?
No, it's worse.
With like worse.
It's worse.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
all right.
It's like the bloodline meets Judgment Day.
Oh,
running interference match.
Fair.
It's not even. It's like both of them on steroids. Like it's insane the amount of interference.
Yeah, because they don't do the like everyone comes in at once. They do it like one by one. It's different weapons. It's a wrench. It's a push-up bar.
Oh, she's emotional.
It's Dick Togo chopping somebody's penis off in the middle of a match for some reason.
Tie and tie style?
No, like
Dick Togo.
Dick
Togo
goes like
calls
that
it
in the
Dick
catapult.
content.
It's so weird. Walker Stewart calling that dick on dick contact was the most funniest line in all of Wrestle Kingdom. Like that was wild.
But that's what it's called. It's just called that. He calls it every time. Every time he does that move, he says dick to dick contact.
That's hilarious.
Well, I definitely need to be watching New Japan more than in that case.
Oh.
Ooh, Casadora.
Oh.
How old is Sumie Sakai? Or the question before I googled. Thought someone
Googs it, bro.
But she's
I was
been
going to,
around.
but I wasn't going to waste my
notice
googling if someone was like,
My
"Here's the
cat's up
answer."
here
Right
chilling,
here, yeah.
watching the show with me.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh wow. Oh wow,
Yeah.
she's 53.
53. Wow. All right.
Good for her. God damn.
Yeah.
That looks like a very
Sumie
cat.
and Mako retiring in the same year is wild.
That cat looks very comfortable. Like that looks like a comfortable cat bed or whatever that is.
It's her favorite spot to be when
very
it's not all over
loungeable.
me.
Yeah, very lounging.
I'm waiting for the pounce.
Yeah, I just want to drop kick through. So
That'll be if the other cat comes and they
Yeah.
start chasing each other.
If you see this door just swing open, it's my cat literally drop kicking it. He does it at least twice a time, just drop kicks the door open.
Actually, my other cat is up on the other thing, the cat tree that's on the other side of the room.
Can she go retire Jericho?
No one can retire Jericho. He's going to retire the ROH championship, actually.
You think so?
Oh yeah, he's just going to be the forever champ.
Forever champ, okay.
Kate's not here, but I see SP3 reacting to it. I know he hears. These ROH lovers.
Don't speak this terrible stuff into existence, please.
Exactly. We're all hoping for Chris Jericho to eventually retire, but we'll just keep hoping. He's never going to retire.
It's sad because I was a Jericho fan, and he's gotten to that point.
That match against Zack was sad, man.
It was. I felt like it was going well, and then it just went like 10 minutes longer than it needed to.
He's
the ending
he
of
should
that
be a
match
special
tonight
attraction.
was so sloppy in the main event.
He should be a special attraction wrestler at this point. Like he can be involved, part of a group or whatever, but like wrestles only like funky matches here and there if he does it at all.
Yeah.
Like what Sting was doing with Darby, where like they were just doing very, very specialized stuff.
Yeah. There's absolutely no reason for him to be our weekly focus on
Exactly.
the shows. And I just can't.
He had no right main event in that show tonight. Every other match on the show was better than that one.
Yeah,
And it's funny,
know.
like if you read his books, he hated wrestlers that did that.
That was easily the worst match on the card too.
Oh, that's just holding on to a fan. Start it throughout the crowd. The crowd should be going from the whole row. The whole row should be going all the way back. Come on now. Yes. Get it all together. Yes, keep it going. Yes,
New
fans.
Japan is wild.
Do
I
it.
love it.
Hell yeah. All right, let's go, dude.
Oh, this was good stuff. I love this.
This is awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
Hey, don't kick me, Yuka.
Ooh.
So C Delgado has a point that maybe you guys will disagree with, but it's kind of legitimate that they think that Jericho may have evented tonight because of travel stuff. Like they had to hold off on. You don't know who was going to be there because there were so many travel issues.
I mean, you still had a title match on the card though. Like you still had Shibata versus Garcia, which is
Could have main evented.
marquee than. Yeah, that could have made evented instead.
That was much better. I would have headlined with Cope and Big Bill.
Oh yeah,
Cope
that's
being your main event, your main event angle, if you want it to be. I don't know why, but you want it to be your main event angle. So I thought he should have main evented.
Hello.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the main event initially. I'm not sure what went on there.
Chris Jericho happened. That's what.
I want Jericho to lose the ROH title to Mark Briscoe. I want Mark Briscoe to be more ROH based to like rebuild himself because he just loses on AEW.
I wouldn't mind Shane Taylor getting that.
Oh, Shane Taylor
title.
awesome.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
that.
like,
That'd be my pick if I could
he-
pick anybody. But
Well,
yeah, he
I was
called
thinking
a
people
shot
they'd
in
be
August.
yeah.
Yeah, he called a shot for the belt in August, and they still haven't given him a title match. Like,
He also
Yeah.
called the shot in September and November and April.
And April.
Yeah. I very much like Shane Taylor
Even
to
though-
represent that company.
even all the way back to September 2022 as well. Like, come
Yeah.
on, just give him a title match at this point, man.
So I was
Well, he
suggesting
faced
people
Samoa
that they-
Joe, right?
Yeah,
At least he
he did face Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
But they're not going to have Jericho lose to Shane Taylor as much as we all want it. It's going to have to be someone like, again, Mark Briscoe, something like that, of a certain name that they're going to be like, okay, this is the guy.
I wouldn't
Well,
mind
they
if
set
Joe
up
returned to
Bandito. I mean, they set up
Yeah.
Bandito, but now Bandito's injured, so like, it felt like he was coming in for that post-match angle, and that would have been
How
really
long's he
cool
out
'cause
for?
I don't think there's an estimation. It's a concussion.
Yeah, it's a concussion.
Concussion,
So
yeah.
yeah, there's no timetable.
But I'm just saying, it just makes sense. Samoa Joe has just as much star power in 2025 as Chris Jericho, especially coming off of Twisted Metal. So just have him return, beat Jericho for the title, second reign as Ring of Honor World Champion. You can have the whole storyline. He's trying to eclipse his old reign since Athena eclipsed it already. And he could be the face of the promotion moving forward for at least for like 6 months or something.
SP3, I love where you're going with that. Instead, he vacates for no fucking reason and just moves up. Oh, wait, they already did that. And I still don't get my match against CSJ.
Yep, he just dropped it in the ring. Said, I'm going for the AEW World Championship. Hey, he got it. At least he got it.
And
That is true.
instead of that, after he vacated the Ring of Honor television title, he went to as a quasi partner for the Ring of Honor tag titles. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that,
Say prayers for a TV deal for ROH. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Okay, now see this
Someone
like because
from TV
Evil's getting his
walking.
ass kicked.
I just like Yuka. She's just so delightful.
Oh, I love Yuka.
Evil got his ass kicked by girls. That's fun.
That
Lot
sounds
of
like a
very
horror
fun to do.
movie.
Nothing pops New Japan fans like Evil getting his ass kicked.
I gotta say, I'll say this: they only do it with one stable, so I hate it. It's not the booking that's for me, but they have one group that does it, and they get heat. And Evil's all right with the right opponents. It's just when it's not the right opponents, it's really bad, like really bad. Didn't Zack beat him in the G1 in like 20 seconds?
That was awesome.
That was the best Evil match I ever
hilarious.
saw. Zack beat him so fast. Oh my god,
Oh.
Evil is... It's like some sort of
He's
house of
choking on
torture
Sumie
over
on
it.
the retirement match.
His own partner.
I was gonna say, yeah, right. They were
He
on the same
made him
team.
do this. You see what he's forced to do?
My god. He's a plastic bag away. A plastic bag away, I tell you.
Well,
No, they don't believe in having plastic. They rather
Guys,
have
he's
fake cigarettes, fake cigars that they
That's
add
right.
to people's back.
Oh, what?
I don't know why anyone would
Hell
trust
yeah.
a man named
Shoot.
Evil.
Go ahead, Yuka. Hitting him
Right?
with a wrench.
Hell yeah.
Oh! And a Northern Lights bomb to show.
Oh, damn. Hell yeah.
Evil, this
Don't
is
mess
Mayu,
with
it's a
Mayu.
bitch.
Let's go.
Don't mess with Mayu. German.
That's right.
This is Mayu, it's a
Everything's
bitch.
Hiromu.
Hiromu just winked at it like man.
I'm actually
Willing.
enjoying this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
this
has
isn't
been
bad.
fun.
This isn't bad. And we still have Takeshita and Kushida to look forward to.
Yeah, that's gonna roll.
A very boring match featuring ZSJ.
Yeah, what does ZSJ versus Hechicero ever do? I'm so excited. I'm so excited for
that's
that
what
match.
I'm
They
excited
should
for
have made
that
it for
too.
the world.
Listen,
I know.
AEW made me a Hechicero fan. So
But actually, Hechicero bothers me because he's too well built to be technical. Like, dude, come on. You're not allowed to be like muscly and technical.
Hell yeah! Power submissions all day.
Pick a lane. Pick a lane.
Well, that's what
He
makes him
is
such
not
a...
built. He's stocky. He ain't
Well,
built.
that's, I mean, he's doesn't,
Yeah,
he's
he's
still
a
too
heavyweight.
stocky to be technical.
Like, just because he doesn't need to be technical doesn't mean he can't be technical.
Man, the godfather of technical wrestling is Stu Hart. He was stocky as a motherfucker.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
I saw an interview that Hechicero did in the CMNL talk show where he said that he himself explained that he's more dedicated than he is talented. So it's less to do with the fact that he works hard more on trying to be technical than be a bulky dude, because that's the kind of wrestling he prefers to practice on it. And hearing him
But he
talking
is a
about that
bulky
was
dude.
very interesting.
But he is a bulky dude.
He
Such
is a very bulky dude, yes. Yeah, man. Gotta stand out when there's a lot of bulky dudes in CMLL, man.
There are right now, aren't
yeah,
they?
like Ultimo Guerrero and Gran Guerrero. Yeah. They have like 5 people are that bulky. So
I have no idea
doing
how
more
Luis
technical stuff
moderates
rules.
for me. Like, when I try to pronounce a Hispanic name, like the way I pronounce something versus how beautiful it sounds when Luis sounds something. Anytime somebody has a Hispanic name on a show, I do when Luis is moderating, I'm like, I'm just gonna hide in shame because I know Luis would say it so pretty.
Yuka just whispered to Sumie, like, thank you.
I know. Oh. Oh, this is a sweet moment.
Oh.
That like stops me in my tracks. I got goosebumps all of a sudden. I'm the rock gift with the goosebumps right now, guys. Oh, Sumie.
Time bomb 2. Hit the time bomb 2.
Yuka's crying.
Say I'm
I would give
sorry. I
anything for her
love
to just
you.
win this.
This is a sorry I love you moment.
Oh, time bomb 1.
Oh.
Now that's it. 1, 2, 3.
Aw.
That was beautiful.
That was.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a nice
It
way
was
to
kind
end it.
of zipping along, and then the ending really got me all that last couple minutes down the stretch. That was very sweet. What a career. Whoever has their volume down up, if they could turn it down a little, just because New Japan loves to copyright strike. Thank you.
TV's ahí, yeah. They suspended one in a neutral of mine because they were sharing screenshots. Like, come on. Why do going after people for screenshots? What are we doing?
They copyright struck a picture of Okada and Kenny from like 7 years ago on Sean's account. It's like, what are you doing? It was like Okada and Kenny 2 or something that Sean posted a picture of, and they copyright struck it. Like, oh, brother. Oh, we got some love and some tears in the chat. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Ricardo. Thanks to everybody who's hanging out with us. These are always fun. I only really do them for New Japan Strong because it's just the vibe around these shows is always so fun. They start late most of the time because they're so often on the West Coast, and it's like a giant slumber party, and usually multiple promotions are involved, and it's just people hanging out, having fun, watching wrestling. It's like more the energy that I would do watch along stuff for than other stuff. I have no idea how weekly TV streamers do it. God bless them. I could never. My face is too bored most of the time. I'm not bored. My face is too bored. I'm like, what's that? Oh, Roman Reigns? Okay. I get excited about it. Just my face doesn't. And I also,
Are you
I didn't
so
realize,
excited?
I mean, only on Wednesdays from like 8 o'clock to 8:02 because the Pointer Sisters are playing. It's so weird. Well, what a career for Sumie Sakai. Big influence on a lot of women's wrestlers. Probably, especially in America, didn't really get her do as much as she ever probably could have or should have. But nice to see this year. If you ever want to hear someone talk about how
she
important
carried
Sumie
women of
Sakai
honor
is,
at that time.
big time. We were watching that throwback match on ROH the other day, but listen to Cheeseburger, world famous CB, talk about how much Sumie Sakai has meant to ROH specifically, but women's wrestling and wrestling in general. Nobody speaks of her more sincerely that I've heard than CB. Nice ovation here. It seems like
Announcers crying.
Aww. The crowd knows. That's really nice to see.
Oh, they're all coming out.
Oh, and now the locker.
Yeah, they're all coming out. That's nice. This is nice.
Rocky. This is so sweet. Look at all the women that she's influenced in some way. Hell yeah. Oh, she's very like touched and overwhelmed. Oh. She was like saving off tears for so long. Yuka's speaking to it now. Very sweet moment between Yuka and Sumie here. Oh. This is so nice. I'm glad they did this so properly, especially with it being in the middle of the card, that they're just giving it respect and time. It's so beautiful when you can see, like, just through eye contact, how much love and respect there is. Very sweet. Very emotional moment. A lot of joy, a lot of tears. Aw. Kissing the ring canvas there. Bow to the line mark, as it were. I love this. I'm so glad it happened here.
Who cut the fucking onions? Jesus.
I know, right? It's emotional.
I know. This is the first time I'm even seeing most of these people, and it's very emotional for me too.
Yeah.
Just no.
It's palpable, for sure. It's so sweet. Aww. Hiromu putting his jacket around her. Aww. She, like, was trying to stave off tears, and then the post-reception, she just kind of, like, falling apart in there. That's so sweet to see. Little salute goodbye here with the slaps around the ring. How sweet. Literally giving her flowers on the way up. It's so funny. She's always been such kind of like a commanding and calmer presence ring-wise, that to like see this amount of emotion from her on her way out is very touching. Very touching. Oh. Damn, dudes.
So emotional. So emotional.
It is. It is. I love that. She's going to have some words of her own here.
You can hear the audio, by the way, whoever's playing it.
Yeah, somebody's TV got real loud.
Kate was the culprit.
Okay, yeah, well, I don't even know why I have volume on at all, because I have these noise canceling headphones on that are connected to my phone and not my television. So
That's so funny. So I was wondering why you guys could hear me, because I muted my mic, but it was going through my earbuds. So that explains a lot. At least I'll have better audio on the way out. But all tears in the chat. Sumie kind of just spoke to what a roller coaster of emotions it was, and some good, some bad, she said, but that there were a lot of tears, but a lot of tears in the chat. So I have to go check this out. Apparently, Alex Pulowski did his impression of a WWE reaction streamer, so I will be going to see what.
Oh no,
Drew,
that
you
was
and
my
I,
reaction.
Me and Drew had a whole conversation about this after one of our firmly shows this week about the reaction people.
I think it's awesome.
Oh, I do too.
I do have to.
I saw it yesterday, and
I don't buy that any of them were surprised Tiffany Stratton cashed in, but I do believe they were excited. I do believe they were excited. I do believe the reactions are more authentic than not. But I was like, none of you are surprised that Tiffany cashed in. You can't be. You can't be shocked, at least. You can't be shocked by that. But I don't know how they do it. I could not. I like doing this because we're all just hanging out. Streaming alone, doing reactions and splicing up all your shit every week. My God.
I can't do that. That's one part of my game I ain't developed yet.
I have no way. Bad Dude Tito looks like a caveman in like a good way. I just saw him. He has like his black tracksuit thing zipped up, and then he has his hair shorter now. It's like, oof. This is all very, very sweet. She deserves every bit of this. This is very kind.
oh man,
And this is where they all kick her in the head.
No, that's a Bryan Danielson move.
No.
Danielson would be like, get heat on me on the way out.
hey, Brian and Sumie are that same mentality of putting someone over on the way out. So
That's
I would not
true.
be surprised if she booked that. So man, I love this.
Beautiful match and post-match.
I know it couldn't, but in a weird way, you almost think this should have ended the show.
Yeah, any major retirement moment, it feels like, okay, now two people are just gonna go out there and wrestle after is very like it's a weird thing.
This is where I would say you do an intermission.
Yeah. Could have done intermission and I could have pulled audio then, but no, I had to leave my own stream.
Don't worry, I talked a lot about ROH and who should be champ.
Oh, I heard.
I do wonder what's next though with the lineup.
What's left?
ZSJ and then
And Taka and Kushida.
yeah, and
Takeshita and Kushida.
yeah, and then what's the other one?
Desperado and Ishimori.
Yes.
Yeah. That'll probably follow this. That's
Ishimori.
Yeah,
And that's the main event.
From the
That's the main
original,
event,
from the original match lineup, the junior title was the main event. But everything is upside down that they did the switch now.
Yeah, with the Gabe and Ishii leading off. That was very sweet. She's that jacket is so big on her. I saw her at the Target by the 2300 arena. I was with who was I with? It was very funny. She was just like
Matt from the Shining Wizards.
Matt and Ant probably, I guess.
Yeah, because it was right before I met up with you guys.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You met us there. And it was so funny because we went to Target, I think, to get like a water and a protein bar or something. We just were.
You needed allergy medication.
Oh, I was dying. That's right. My allergies were nuts because we went to DC the night before. So this was Capital Collision the weekend, where they did DC and Philly back to back. And whatever was in those damn cherry blossoms, my friends, was making my allergies go nuts. So we went to Target before, and we were in the allergy medication aisle, which of course is like next to all the bandages and stuff. And we just turned down the corner, and there's Sumie Sakai like getting ace bandages for someone. We're like, oh, hello. Oh, a nice hug from Veda Scott there.
Veda.
That's very sweet.
That was very nice.
That was very sweet. If it gets the emotion of people that don't regularly watch, that's a good sign. That's a good sign, I feel like. Well, 3 more matches to go. Thank you guys for hanging on out with us.
Yeah.
Thank you guys on stream for hanging out with me. I very much appreciate that.
Thank you for allowing us to.
Oh my god, of course. Thanks for hanging out. It's way more fun with people. If you guys want to plug your stuff, there's not like a natural way to do that in the show, so I kind of just throw it in between matches. SP3 had a laundry list because he works hard in this business before, but JPJ and Drew, if you guys want to plug your stuff, feel free, have at it.
Well, Drew, we do the same stuff. So.
I was going to say, Drew, if you want, Drew, you can plug our stuff if you want.
You can catch me and JPJ on Love Wrestling CA's YouTube channel, firmly WWE on Tuesdays 10 a.m., firmly AEW Tuesdays 10 a.m., where we just chat about the week of both companies and have a lot of fun and banter, and it's a great time.
Hell yeah, dudes.
Yeah. And then on Thursday nights at 8 p.m., me and my pal Pluggo, we all love Pluggo. Pluggo rules. We do a show called Between Two Beards that we've been doing for a while. That's also on the Love Wrestling YouTube as well. So
you guys don't even know this yet, but one of you might be on the Dark Order, or both of you might be on the Mark Order this week.
Yeah.
I don't know if Ryan reached out.
Me and Pluggo know that we're on the Rolodex. We're on the Rolodex when people are not available. We're like,
I would be honored to join the Mark Order at some point.
Oh yeah.
Sam will feel to invite now.
That's up to Ryan.
KUSHIDA, let's go. All right.
Joe and I are both out this week, but always appreciated when we have you guys helping Ryan out, because Lord knows he needs it. You know.
That hurts, Kate. That hurts a lot.
It's so much fun. I think I said one time I made you like if you watch South Park, our Scott Malkinson.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know how Ryan got pulled into that role, but he's Scott Malkinson.
I don't have diabetes.
I don't have diabetes. I'm Scott Malkinson.
I talk like this.
I talk like this. I'm Scott Malkinson.
I'm Scott Malkinson.
Hell yeah,
honestly, didn't remember.
Show the world what you can do.
I know, what can you do, Kate? What can he do?
He
wrestle.
Do more than make bad jacket jokes.
Yeah,
jacket time.
Very well.
He could survive in the water with a life vest.
He could go back in time.
He headlined one of our recent LPW shows. He went for our main championship against Mars, the Specialist. They went to a 30-minute draw.
Oh.
And it was very good. It's on our YouTube. It's on Love Wrestling's YouTube. I believe you can find it over there.
See, now when
it's very good.
Plug your shit, this is what I'm saying.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
So our grand champion, Mars, the Specialist, and it was him and KUSHIDA in our main event. I want to say it might have been I think it was 2 events ago, but they went to a 30-minute draw. Excellent match. He's
so versatile, man. Like he's so good. He can work with everyone. So I don't doubt it. I mean, my expectations are high for this. I'm trying.
My expectations are very high. Takeshita is probably a top 3 wrestler in the world for me right now. I love this man.
With that.
I love this man.
I love that he's signed to AEW, DDT, and New Japan. Like, what a boss. Very cool stuff. Taka.
He has like an
everything.
aura about him. Like just no, but like there's some guys you see him, you're like, okay, no, this guy's gonna be something.
Yeah,
and he's one of them.
He really is. The word aura gets thrown around like a lot these days.
Yeah,
but like he's got it. I remember not a secret. I love tuning into MXM streams when I can. And they were talking about like the concept of aura. And I remember Mansoor being like, sometimes people just think like standing with a belt in front of a bunch of fireworks is aura. And he's like, I don't think of that. And this was before this Moxley run, I think a lot of people have felt like this has not been an Aura run. But like he was the example that Dijak brought up of like, if somebody's got Aura, it's Mox, because he doesn't need any of that to have such a presence about him. It was a really interesting conversation to hear from wrestlers' perspectives of like what defines Aura, because enough production can give anybody it, right? But like to possess it as a wrestler is this stuff. If you can have it on this level with like way less production and ring focus, you still exude it like Takeshita does, man, that's some good shit.
Also, when he came into AEW, he didn't have any hype, and like instantly I was like, we love this guy.
Yeah, immediately.
It was the succession of matches. I think it was against like Hangman, and then against Kingston and Moxley, and then everybody was like, "Oh nah, this guy is the future. This guy you need to build behind."
I remember so many people like on unrelated post shows were bringing him up and were like, what's his contract status? The amount of people that were like asking me on super chats on SmackDown post shows to ask Sean what his contract status was with DDT, like that's how much people were like, when is this guy gonna be on weekly episodic television? I don't know if I've ever seen a response like that. It was crazy.
And now the dude has 3 contracts.
Unreal. Deserves it.
2 belts, 3 contracts.
Yeah, impressive shit, right? Oh, we are off and running. Fun little opening sequence there. This is gonna be fun. I can like feel it in my bones. Not bad that it's 12:30 and this is where we're at, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Yeah.
A show that starts at 10 p.m. Eastern, that I could definitely get into. Now, when we get into 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, those start times, my butt's in bed. Sorry.
Man, Australians and people in Europe and people in Japan that tune into American wrestling on a weekly basis, God bless ya. God bless ya. I have no idea. Because a lot of them watch it in real time. Blows my mind.
Mm.
I'm just going to hit my socials with a little refresh. Don't mind me texting over here.
I'm minding.
Damn.
Jesus.
Takeshita just throwing his whole body at Kushida there. My God.
Okay, I gotta ask. Kate's watching this on New Japan, I'm guessing.
On the app, crucially.
Okay, what are you watching it on, JPJ?
I am on New Japan World, but on the browser.
Drew?
I am on I'm not a subscriber of New Japan. However, I'm on the Triller TV app on Roku.
Okay, so I'm using Triller as well, and yet somehow everyone seems ahead of me.
Yeah,
like
you
my
just
friend.
get the barricade right now?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so we're in the same spot.
Same, yeah.
All right, so
That's like a 10 to 12 second delay?
yeah, which I don't mind. I'm just curious, like on what everyone's because it's wild.
Yeah, we had this last time, and it was in even more drastic difference. I think part of it was probably just my internet, realistically, because my internet was dog shit. But that was a really cool armbar.
He's doing it on the hardest part of the ring.
It's true. I don't know if you guys know this. But the outside of the ring is the hardest part.
I've ever heard that before.
You're welcome for the knowledge. All right. I see you, Daphne.
He was announced for MLW.
Yeah, they've been picking some interesting ones, MLW. Like Kushida, Kojima did a bunch of work with MLW.
Was tonight the Riddle and Kojima match for MLW?
God, I don't know. Is he gonna pretend he didn't get paid?
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was tonight. Well, I'd be surprised if Riddle won that one.
Yeah. I figured they would put the title on Riddle. When I went to MLW last year, he was like their most over guy.
He is so frustrating because I love watching that guy in the ring. And
terrific.
If I just never heard a word about him outside of that would be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I always want to know people's character, don't get me wrong, but like
Yep, it was the bromance who won with the brother arc.
Makes sense.
This is at David Brett.
Kojima was a very, very long transitional champion for them.
he still has his bread. He'll be okay.
Yeah, he'll be okay. He has all the bread he can get. He can go back to New Japan, spend some time in Japan.
He had a fun participation on the Ramble, though, on Wrestle Kingdom.
He did. He's always
It was a short
fun.
but brief
I love
one.
him. This from Ricardo. This has been a big part of this match. I love that Kushida will stretch you, doesn't give a fuck about your size.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
true. It's true. I'll tell you what, Peace is calling Takeshita the contract collector. More valuable than belts. If we're being so for real, get paid, get paid, get paid. Then worry about getting your gold.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
Damn.
Takeshita just
Didn't
dumping
want
Kushida.
honor.
Oh, I love that. Takeshita's
Oh,
facial
Jesus.
expressions. Like a fly swatted out of the
Up
air
to the
but with a
head.
stomp. My God. God, Takeshita rules. Kushida doing a great job on the other end of this too, though. But man,
Oh,
a
oh, oh.
phenom.
This
I
is
feel
what-
like New Japan should probably make Takeshita the dude, right? Like he should be the guy, right?
It
Nah.
depends on what that contract looks like, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Gabe Kid.
Gabe
Yeah.
Kid's gotta be the horse they back now. I think Takeshita having other contracts makes it impossible for him to be the kid in a live.
He could be
event.
one of the guys, but he
Yeah.
would have to be behind like Gabe Kidd, David Finlay, and Yoda Tsuji.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
Tsuji, especially after the two nights he had, he should be getting a lot more momentum than what he had last year. And he's still in the finals of the G1, so
Yeah.
And he won the New Japan Cup.
He's another one that my sister really
yeah, he
liked
did.
because it was the hair match that Sushi was in. And she was like, no, neither of these guys can lose his hair, especially that guy.
Mm.
That was against Yuya Uemura, right?
Yeah.
I miss him. Hope he's recovering well, man. He was having a good G1 run.
He had a fantastic G1, like breakout G1. Holy shit, that blue thunder bomb.
Damn.
Jesus Christ. Let me turn down the volume because Walker Stewart is going crazy.
Takeshita's selling the arm great right now.
Yeah.
He uses his facial expressions a lot, and I love that. Like he's telling the story just by his grimaces.
Both of these guys, honestly, like Kushida's had some good, like.
Jesus!
Oh shit!
Damn.
Drew will react in a second. Hold on.
We will, yes.
Okay, I see it.
Well, react, you
I see
son
the
of-
vision.
Yeah, well, that
Text.
wasn't a reaction.
And ooh,
I'm not a WWE
It
live
is.
stream reactor.
True.
Ryan, give me a huge face so I
I was
can
gonna
put
say,
it
stand
later.
out of your chair, knock it over, scream.
I need water to knock
What?
over.
what?
Oh my
Oh,
God!
What is he
Holy
doing?
damn!
Oh, bastard driver.
See, now we're in the mode. Now we're in the groove.
It's
Chris
what
Garcia
Takeshita
is
does
saying
to
this
you,
sh-
man. He says
This
thing.
show is
You better clip us, New Japan. You better clip us.
The show is way better than it should be, to be honest. That's kind of the story with these cards, I feel like, more often than not, with New Japan strong cards. Like, it's just great matchups with great talent from a couple of promotions, and they fucking kill it. And sometimes it's stories that propel forward, and other times it's just really fun one-offs that attribute to someone's character arc, and it's a nice balance, and they're fun as hell. That's why we stream them.
Yeah, I still remember the deathmatch Shingo and Moxley had.
Oh my
Randomly,
god!
like,
Yeah,
Last year, that was
ruled.
probably the most underrated
What
match
was this?
last year.
That was incredible.
Yes, it was.
That ruled. I talk loudly about that ZSJ Mike Bailey match. That was on a New Japan Strong card. That was amazing.
Yeah, last year's Battle in the Valley had that Shingo and Moxley match and Osprey
Oh,
and
damn.
Okada.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that had Osprey and Okada. Please be selling. Please be selling. You are. You're good at your job. So I hate it.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
Jesus.
definitely selling because it's a figure four. Takeshita selling the hell out of the knee. This is great, man. Kushida's such a pro. Fuck.
And look how he's bending the ankle too. Jesus.
Yeah, really clever, actually. Really clever.
I love the submissions that are supposed to hurt like your knee. It's always like when they actually go do them, it's like, well, this would hurt a different body part. Like the figure four would hurt your ankle.
Yeah, well, and this one is locked in to do that. Like this one is supposed to.
No, because if you put it on correctly, you're putting all the pressure from what you think is it's hurting the ankle, but it's actually putting all the pressure of that ankle on the other knee.
All I know is when it was put on me correctly by multiple friends, it always hurt my ankle.
I'm sure it was definitely put on you correctly.
Oh, let me tell you something. They studied it. They're like, all right, if you put this here and you put this here, I was like, Jesus Christ, guys, let go.
Leave me be.
Yeah, that's something else I noticed when
Oh,
the Mercedes
shit.
and Stat
Wow.
match where we both that was clean run up, but when Cena does the STF, he always tries to do like a triangle choke on his head. But Mercedes, what she did was she was trying to bend the neck more, which looked even better.
So
Back to the future.
Whenever Mercedes does the bank statement, I remember talking about this with Alex, and it's so true. Like when she would do it to Charlotte, Charlotte's torso is so long that when she would contort her spine, like nobody sold it like her on the bank statement. But with Chris, she put her head back so far, it looked like her head was going to fall off her neck. And it was like a completely different type of sell, but it was the equally as like lethal looking and equally as painful looking. And I loved the way that Chris sold that. I thought it was such a testament to the move in the match. This is fucking awesome.
Yeah, this is very good.
Yeah.
Oh, you rocked them.
I've loved the pacing of this match. It's been pretty brilliant. Because there's been downtime, but it hasn't dragged, you know? Oh no, Takeshita's beautiful hair is falling out of his ponytail.
I mean, that might be the first thing I tried if I was wrestling Takeshi. I'd take that hair out of the ponytail. Really get in his eyes, distract him.
That was
Damn.
every Divas match in the 2000s.
Jeez.
Holy shit.
God.
Oh,
Kushida, please be open weight permanently, please.
My
Please,
God.
it's time.
Takeshi's just that dude.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Whatever. Have him beat Moxley. I don't care. I'm ready
True.
for anybody to beat Moxley. Have it
I
beat
got like
Takeshi.
11 people I got in line to beat Moxley. I'm like
Oh,
giving
none of them
everybody
can do it.
numbers. Like, this shit needs to end. Everybody try.
It's like you with our ROH tag champs. I said it was like you were at the deli the other day.
Yeah, I was like, I'm on my
Number
it's
47?
Sons of Texas, and John Moxley. I'm trying to get up out of here.
Beautiful Blue Thunder Bomb to end an excellent match.
Very good.
My God.
Fire.
That was
1,
awesome.
2, 3. No one kicks out of that.
My God.
That was excellent.
Takeshita rule. I mean, Kushida was great,
Yeah.
but like Takeshita just couldn't be more the guy.
He's on a heater right now. The Shingo match, Ishii and Kushida to start off your year. That's the way to start it.
Not a bad way to go, and I'm sure he'll be getting a Kenny match soon because what they're setting up in AEW. Woo! My God.
I think they're gonna do Takeshita and Fletcher versus Ospreay and Omega at Grand
I think so too. Oh, at Grand Slam, that would be really fun. That's
you
a good way
you gotta give Fletcher a big match.
And it's a good way to extend stuff with him and Will without running to the well too many times. Well, good call. SP3 Booker of the Year.
Try my best. I'm trying to get my Booker of the Year.
We're only 11 days in, but
I could see it be a trio with Buddy Matthews getting involved in that one too. The only thing is who you pick from the Don Callis family that could be the third, alongside Takeshita and Fletcher.
I kind of want Buddy and Brody to go out on a run though. Like, let Private Party have some fun with the titles, but then let them get to Buddy and Brody and then be like, that's cute. Just ruin them.
Yeah.
I'm going to see what Takeshita has to say.
Wait, hold on. Yep.
Oh, I guess I could do that too and just mute myself here. So that this way I can hear what's happening.
Tanahashi.
Yeah. Called him out.
That's the wrong button.
Takeshita versus Tanahashi, April 11th. Gabe Kidd, it's April 11th, just so you know. April whatever the fuck is April 11th. Damn. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yep.
It worries me because his knees are made out of graham crackers, but it's awesome that match is gonna happen in our lifetime.
he rewind the clock back in the Tokyo Dome. I think
he did.
Takeshita can get something out of it.
I think Takeshita will be a good dance partner for him. I said it felt like Naito advanced years and Tanahashi undid them.
He took out the cheating sleeves. That's what happened. That's why he got the years rolled back.
That must have been it. That must have been it. Hell yeah. Well, that match fucking ruled. That was awesome. Match of the night so far, and I loved the opener too. But that surpassed it for me, I think. What a blast. Thanks for hanging out late with us, guys. It's 1:15 on the East Coast, but we're getting a video package for ZSJ Hechicero that was narrated by the GOAT, Nigel McGuinness. They gotta do Zack and Nigel at Forbidden Door, right? They've got to. They have to. I manifested Nigel coming to Hammerstein. I think I can manifest him coming to Forbidden Door. Which means that SP3 will go see it so that he has something to brag about, as always, every time we do a post show together. I see the shit-eating grin on your face over there. I'm kind of confused, because didn't we still have the Despy Ishimori match? Are we just going to the main event?
No, the main event is Ishimori and Despy.
Oh, I thought it was this. Never mind. I take it all back. Oh, twist it up. Luis is off screen for Hechicero. Unreal. Let's get back to the regular Young Punks theme, by the way. The little dance remix.
We don't like that.
Tokyo
Young Punks!
No.
Go out!
No.
Young Punks!
Terrible. No. The dance remix? No. Not everything needs to be a remix. Definitely not Mass Lines. And I think it cursed us. I think that's why ZSJ and Shota wasn't very good. Because when he won against Ricochet, they played the original on the way back out. I know what's up. Hechicero is so cool. Hell yeah, dude. I was going to say, you might want to turn the lights back on. There we go.
Hechicero has such a cool vibe.
He does. Aura.
Aura.
All I know is he's a thick boy, so he shouldn't be tech.
Those aren't mutually exclusive.
They are to me.
Ryan.
Well, I just got ribbed. I just got ribbed and
you got ribbed?
Oh, I just got. Yep, I have to disconnect at least for this match, probably. So I'm gonna be setting up for the trade. So that's I am annoyed, extremely annoyed right now, but it's necessary. So.
Do what you gotta do.
Hey, Hechicero had a click yesterday against Blue Panthers, so he's not a banger now. Yeah.
There you go.
All right, well,
there you go.
I'll try to be back in a bit.
Okay, take your time. Do what you gotta do. Ryan, stop having bad takes. That's like
it's not a bad take. Thick boys shouldn't be tech boys.
It's like asking water not to be wet. You know what I mean? Asking Ryan not to have bad takes.
As a thick boy, I don't appreciate other thick boys being tech boys. I just don't.
Ricardo saying that's like asking a leopard not to have spots.
You guys,
it's true.
I'm gonna cry.
Hello, Wrestle Lulz. Are you here for the LOLs? We try to have fun and be funny. Thank you so much. This is cool ring gear from Zack. I like this jacket. Hell yeah.
I love the New Japan steps that it's just a ladder.
Pretty much. They run some weird venues in the US, I think, because of the size shows that they run. But that Capital Collision stage was one of the weirdest I've ever seen. It's like you come out on a platform, you go downstairs, you come back upstairs. It's just very odd. ZSJ Hechicero. This should be very fun. The third in a trilogy. We definitely recommend watching the first two. I wanted to watch them as a refresh because I'm sure there'll be callbacks that I won't remember, but this should be cool as hell. Please leave a thumbs up if you haven't. I know I asked you guys a couple times and we've had some long hollers in the chat, but if you have joined us a little bit later, would love a little love on this. We're trying to give some love to New Japan if you want to boost this in the algorithm for them and for us. And if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, we're doing some fun stuff on this. I did a Wicked recast video with Cresta and Katie. That was really fun. Putting wrestlers and who the cast of Wicked would be. And I also did a top 5 list of shared weaknesses that WWE and AEW both have right now. So suck it, tribalists. There's some things both companies suck at right now. The first one on that list was long-term storytelling versus dragged-out storytelling, because both companies got to learn.
Yeah.
Here's a fun game. Who here on stream hasn't been called a shill for a particular company?
Please. Only
Really?
Ryan. You haven't got
Oh, wow.
called an AEW shill yet, Ryan?
I have not been called an AEW show. Considering I only talk about AEW, that's amazing.
That is amazing.
I'm also don't get you guys all have more followers and stuff than I do, so would level out.
It doesn't take much though to get someone to call you a shill. It's just saying something nice about a person at a company.
Yeah, I also think the hard part is that I love everything, so it's hard to call me. There you go. Thank you.
Streak's over.
There you go.
I got called the AEW show for saying that the Raw on Netflix wasn't for me.
You son of a bitch.
How dare you? How dare you not say it was the greatest show ever made?
I know, I should have, right?
You didn't like celebrities waving?
I didn't like celebrities waving, and some guys who were the top stars when I was 8 years old coming out didn't appreciate a MAGA lover taking Rhea Ripley's moment away from her. And then I had people online telling me it was a moment of a lifetime for Rhea. It's something that she's never going to forget. And I just was like dumbfounded by the fact that people think that Rhea Ripley just got into professional wrestling.
She's never met The Undertaker before.
Never.
She won the title, so shouldn't that be the thing that's the moment that she'll never forget? Yeah. I just laughed because the size of his bike. I was like, is that a dirt bike? Is he on a rascal scooter? Like, what is this bike? I kept calling it his rascal scooter. That's what got me some hate, but... Well, to the surprise of no one, there's some really fun ground game going on with Hechicero and ZSJ. Twisting in knots already. Oh, that's so nasty. It's always ZSJ's like frame is so long that whenever he's involved in leg locks and stuff, it just looks so painful on either side, like taking it or giving it. His limbs are just so fucking long.
You're right. He's gangly. Good call, Kate. How dare you insult him like that?
It's not an insult. It makes the wrestling look cooler.
But I gotta say, with the way he goes into some of these submissions and moves and manipulates his body, how certain parts of him don't just pop out with regularity, I'll never understand.
I know he did a lot of MMA training, which I think probably helped. Like he trained with someone out of Brooklyn who's great, who I follow. His name's Diego Lopez. I found him through completely other things. He does these videos called No Violence videos, KNOW, and he'll break down real fights that just happen like at gas stations or parking lots or whatever.
That's hilarious.
And they're really funny, and they're all like a minute long. And then one time I was like scrolling through stuff, and I just saw a picture of him and ZSJ, and I was like, what the hell? And then I found out like he partly trained him, and I think that probably helps is like having the actual moves to then make it a work, right? Like to go backwards instead of forward. But
I appreciate all that. I'm talking the fact that he wears very small gear and he is spreading himself quite a lot.
You meant like joints popping out.
No. I am talking.
That's what I thought. I thought you meant like body part, not like.
No, I'm talking personal parts popping out.
Oh, like wardrobe malfunctions?
Yes.
Wardrobe malfunction. That I don't know. I can't speak. I can't
think about it. Your legs are spread. You're in a little bit of a Speedo.
I thought you were talking about like a kneecap popping out.
That would hurt. I've had that. That hurts.
I've had that happen to me too. Yeah.
But
God.
Oh yeah, love that.
I love standing twisting neck breakers. More people should use them. They're obvious and they look cool.
Love the way that he got into position for it.
Yeah. This is one of those ones like I'm not going to be able to keep up with saying stuff on stream, so I hope you're just watching along because it is quick moving, but it's fun as hell. I wish I watched the first two sooner because I'm sure there's callbacks I'm going to miss. SP3, if you remember any, let me know.
Will do.
I'm sure Luis would remember. That's why I'm heartbroken he can't be here for this one.
Oh.
Does kill me that we have to have the volume down because I'm sure there's some British cursing happening that I'm missing.
I mean, if you want, oi, 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 just keep saying that. It'll work.
It's the F and C word ones that
That's why I haven't said it, but
I don't think this is the case, but I understand why you would be tempted for this to be true. I think whoever wins from Zack is going to have to be New Japan exclusive. I would love for it to be Gabe.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
If Hechicero hit my side with those mitts, I'd cry.
I'm trying to help New Japan book. They need to put the title on David Finlay after Finlay turns on Gabe Kidd, turn Gabe Kidd babyface, and then Gabe Kidd beats David Finlay next year at Wrestle Kingdom.
I don't hate that. How do we get to Finlay versus Zack? The G1? Finlay
New
G1
Japan Cup.
feels
He
weird.
wins the New Japan Cup.
The cup? Okay. Sooner
Then
than
do
I
you
would like, but I wouldn't
So
hate
then
it.
you have Gabe Kidd win the G1 then.
Yeah. I'm all for Gabe winning the G1. I don't care if fucking Great O'Khan is holding the title. Gabe Kidd should win the G1 and be whoever's got it. People are finally waking up to see how good David Finlay is. We talked a little bit about this on Thursday, SP3 and I did, but like the way I knew he was good, and I was never like a hater like a lot of people were, but I was never like a fan. His power game against Brody King impressed the shit out of me. He got him up for the power bomb at the ending of that match like it was no big deal, and it was a very big deal in a literal sense.
And he so naturally went into the babyface role in that matchup too.
Yeah.
After he was like the #1 heel the night prior.
Yeah, it's good shit. I like the fluidity of that.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me feel like Gabe and him could go like either side. You know what I mean?
They need to have because Gabe going after the global title has to result in something happening between him and Finlay, because that's Finlay's title. So I think that Gabe loses to Tsuji, and then they have Finlay and the War Dogs turn on Gabe.
This I agree with. I always thought it was good. This was like breakout weekends for him. I agree with that. Tsuji should beat ZSJ. Tsuji and Gabe feel like the future to me, and Finlay's on that list too, for sure. Sabre to Takeshita. Finlay wins the G1. Finlay defeats Takeshita at Wrestle Kingdom. That sets up Bullet Club War. Kid versus Finlay. I understand wanting Takeshita to have it. I don't think that they'll give him the big.
Yeah, I don't think Takeshita needs it. Takeshita's gonna be a Wrestler of the Year candidate just on the track that he's going on. Have him dominate in the never openweight division.
I think
have that title around all the time.
Zack is cut open on the shoulder.
Oh yeah, it's got a gnarly cut in his shoulder.
Weird place. That must have been from gear. Tom Campbell, my arch nemesis, saying people are finally waking up to how silly a goose Kate is. Tom, guess what? You were late to the party, buddy. Everybody knew that was a silly goose. Pumpkin patch, huh? If you want to come on the stream, shoot me a DM.
People are
why are
finally
you
waking up
awake
to how
right
good
now?
Tom is. He's working at like 47 different places.
Did you know that this man played Lone Star for me on the radio?
Really?
I don't know how you do what you do. Yep. I don't know why he's awake now. He's probably on a shift, actually. He's always like
Yeah, he probably woke up for the radio on a Sunday morning in the UK.
Yeah. The grind, brother.
Yeah, it's about to be 6 a.m. there.
Meet Normus in the chat. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, me Normus.
We are in Hechicero ZSJ Wonderland right now.
Meat Normus must be a fan of Hechicero. You know, a meaty boy.
Obviously. All the meat. He's still so sad we didn't get a Meat Madness match. But oh, backbreakers actually look like they could break her back. I appreciate that about them.
Yeah. That's how Bane
Ooh.
broke Batman's back.
Nice counter from Zack.
Yeah,
Damn.
beautiful. Beautiful stuff.
I don't mean to be a hater, but the Ricochet match and this match is a big Zack was not the problem. Shota was.
I don't even think Shota was really the problem. It's the layout. Like I think everyone is in agreement, except for Dave Meltzer, of course, that the match shouldn't have been 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was. I think the arm break earlier. They were like, quick, pad another 20 minutes onto this match for no reason, and the story was just not strong enough going in it to warrant such a thing. Ow. See, this is why technical wrestling rules, because this shit looks like it fucking hurts.
Oh.
They're too close to the rope.
So that's definitely a callback to their last two matches, Kate.
Okay, I thought so. I was gonna say that spot looks familiar. Yeah, this is what I thought too, Stampede. But like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to fill a quota of minutes at Wrestle Kingdom.
But if that's the case, like, you spread it out. You don't give it to just one match, because like Finley and Tsuji easily could have went 5 more minutes and been even better.
C. Delgado says, "Oh, Kate, that reminds me. During a silent part on Wednesday, I was second row and yelled to Ricochet, Zack Sabre Jr. beat your ass. He looked my way, so I know he heard me."
Nice.
Not everyone was on stream yet, but he has one of my favorite ZSJ stories of his son yelled to put an ankle lock on his opponent during a match, and Zack said, "Okay," and did, and then took a picture with them after the match. It's the best. I love that story. And so I'll tell it twice on a stream, because more people are watching now than were in the beginning. Because you're all wonderful maniacs joining us at 1 a.m. Eastern here. 180 of y'all hanging out. Very much appreciated.
Awesome.
Very much appreciated. Leave a thumbs up on this video for the techers if you would. And for Takeshita and Kushida. And for our opener. And Sumie Sakai. Good stuff tonight. Really good card.
Yeah, last year's Battle in the Valley is probably my favorite New Japan Strong show, but this one's really good too.
Yeah. They set up some good shit for April too. Gabe and Ishii in an Iron Man match. Takeshita versus Tanahashi. That'll be special. Sickos, Kate, we have a proper name. You do. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated. Love my fellows.
Man, Ace Shock really wants you to be Steelers coach, Kate.
I mean, I'm not the solution. I think Mike Tomlin's great. But
you think this is the end?
For Tomlin?
Yeah.
Nah. Dude's never had a losing season and did more with this team than they ever should. They needed to be ballsier in the first half of this game, but the Ravens are just a better team.
I still think it's probably time for him.
It might be. It might be. I think they outkicked their coverage a lot this year. I don't think anybody thought they were going to make the playoffs. I didn't think they were going to have a winning record. I was very pessimistic, but Russell Wilson actually turned out to be pretty good. We do have some West Coasters. Oh, Tomlin signed an extension. Ha ha ha. You're all wrong.
I mean, they could fire him anyway.
Yeah.
They could.
Octopus hold on the top rope.
Crazy. There's, I think in the match with AR Fox that he had in ROH as a TV title defense, He had a cobra twist on the top rope that was fucking nasty because it was in the ropes. Oh, it was so gnarly.
Hechicero is way too big to be doing it.
See?
That wasn't even that technical, Ryan.
Doesn't matter. It applies to
that
everything.
wasn't technical. That's hot.
I know it was
a flying.
I know it was flippy, but it applies. A man his size has a certain moveset he should stick to.
He's a luchador.
I think you're having big dude qualms. That's what you're having.
That's the vibe I'm getting.
I have not hidden that at all. I have said I just think my beefy boys should be, more striker based.
Your
power
team
based.
meeting.
He would not work as a striker at all.
Yeah, I think he could hit hard.
He could chop hard.
Well, wait. So, what is your opinion on the Beast Mortos? Is also similar.
Yeah, Ryan.
Well, he's not a man, so he doesn't count.
Oh yeah, he is a beast. He is a beast. That is true. That is true.
Touché.
Fair point.
This has been fun as hell. I'm very surprised and impressed by the pace of this being so quick, so constant. There's not been a lot of downtime. Zack just ate shit. Well, he ate a knee, but damn.
Knee to the face.
You know, when the holds don't get it done and the submission moves don't work, sometimes you just gotta knee someone to the face. Bryan Danielson knew that.
CM Punk in 2013 knew that.
That's true.
Knees to faces.
I had that t-shirt. That's Hechicero from the top rope.
That looked good.
That did look really good. This card has been so fun. Man.
Yeah, it's been good.
New Japan's so good when they offer stuff like this, and Takeshita versus Kushida is so different from Gabe Kidd and Ishii at the beginning. Like, I love that. I love when we get a variety like this. And it's not because of a bunch of stipulations and bullshit. It's just ring styles.
This was my first time watching a New Japan Strong show, and I am enjoying it very much and want to see more. So I'll definitely be watching more after this.
Well, watch along on this. I'm glad that we can make fans. I know when Pluggo was on, he said the same thing. Like, I don't normally watch these, but this show was fun as hell last time. So very, very cool armbar at the end here. And I think we're going home on this. Oh, it's so nasty.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Clarky cat. It's the Clarky cat.
Damn.
Oh, it's over.
It's gnarly. What's he doing with the
He's
grabbing the leg? What's he trying to do with the leg?
Now he's gonna grab the leg. He's gonna grab the leg.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, dang. Oh, man, here it is. Oh, he's got the rope.
Oh, he got free. He got free.
Yep.
No, he's got the arm again. He's got the arm. Ah.
That was a really fun little sequence. Evading the Clarky cat there.
Veda Scott should be commentating everywhere, Matt. She rules. Or they
She's
rule.
really good. Man, Tony Schiavone is not exactly on a heater right now. You want to take Tony Schiavone out?
I thought Riccaboni was a breath of fresh air on Wednesday. I thought he was excellent.
The best. AEW has wanted to expand his presence. It's a schedule and home commitments thing. He's like on the school board in Allentown, and he's another one of these, like Bryan Danielson, who loves his family.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
I actually, I enjoyed the whole table on Wednesday. I enjoyed Daddy Magic, Excalibur, and
kicked up
Riccaboni.
The quality of that show a lot.
Yeah, I thought they were very good. Yeah. Damn.
Drop kick from the ropes. But Zack is smart. Gets to the corner. Knee to the face. This is a great match. Ian and Nigel are my faves. I never shut up about it.
You really don't.
Well, what's funny though is I never shut up about it, and then on Wednesday nobody shut up about it. You know what I mean? Like everyone was saying, "Well, helicopter slid into a blackbreaker there." Damn.
I was yelling at my TV. Talk that talk, Ian. Talk that talk. Yeah, it's Ian, Nigel, and Wade Barrett for me. The 3 best commentators right now.
I'll take those 3.
Mm-hmm.
I do love me some Caprice too.
Oh yeah, Caprice is really good.
Caprice and Ian have a really good rapport. Like they work so well together.
They do. They do. I'll give you a peek behind the curtain. I messaged Ian because I went to the show was it in Allentown? It might have been in Allentown. And he was on the desk for it. And I messaged him after. I was like, I hope that was super fun for you. And he told me that was like his WrestleMania, was to be able to call a TV promotion in Allentown. And I was like, that's the most wholesome thing I've ever heard in my life.
I think it was Reading, but they're all the same right there. So
yeah, like that same.
It all counts as the same.
What the hell is he doing? Is this a cop killer?
It looked like it, but he got out of it.
Bridged up.
Some creative as hell spots in this.
Yeah,
match.
Really.
Like the Clarky Cat sequence near the rope was great. Getting out of that little cop killer almost. Oh, God. It just seems like when you're in one of these submissions, you're straight up not having a good time. That's how it feels over here.
It's like you French fry when you should have pizza.
You know what? If you French fry when you're supposed to pizza, you're not going to have a good time. I know Luis is pissed that he's not watching this. I feel so bad. Let's go.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn.
Roll through.
Wow. Yep.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
Can't keep up commentating. Just watch it. But incredible
incredible
sequences
stuff.
here.
Wow.
Yeah, like just
Incredible.
wild.
Walker's trying his best right now. He's trying his
Just
best.
wild stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's still going
Mighty
on.
Skull. No. Mighty Skull cradle by Zack. 1. And we got a seatbelt pin. No.
Oh, finally.
The roll around. No.
Wow.
Winning
Jackknife
with the bridge
pin.
there.
2,
Yeah.
3.
Beautiful jackknife pin. Incredible sequence
Man,
to end that.
I'll tell you
Holy
what.
shit.
I'll tell you what, that was incredible.
Some really, 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 really creative stuff in there.
Okay, pull up Matthew Hook's comment because it's 100% accurate.
What, that Drew looks mystified?
Yes, Drew looks mystified.
Yeah.
He's just
Drew looked like he saw Santa for the first time right there.
I'm going to tell you now, I can't explain what I just saw except holy shit. That's really...
That's what we love. That's what we love. That's why technical wrestling is low key the best or high key the best, whatever key you're in. That was really, really fun. There were some really, really.
That was a great
spots.
match. That was a great match.
It's always fun seeing like Clash of Styles matches, but it's also really fun seeing 2 expert level people speaking the same language because it's like they knew what was going to happen. And I doubt it was all pre-planned.
You know, when you watch really just 2 companies, it gets monotonous. So this is so refreshing, really.
I'm so glad. This This is why I like doing watch-alongs for this brand, because a couple of times we've had people that were like, I don't really watch, and they've watched them and like, this is fucking fun.
Yeah, really is.
Is he saying he wants one more with him for the title?
It feels like this program is not over.
Yeah, is that what he's saying? One more time for the title in Japan?
Maybe. Yeah, Zach was pointing to the line mark, so I
Yeah,
that's the only place they haven't faced yet. They faced in
Japan?
Mexico,
right.
they faced in the UK, they faced on neutral ground, but they haven't faced in Japan yet.
All right.
What's the record, SP3?
Out of this current series, now Zack is up 2-1.
2-1, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's not bad. It's not undefeated or anything.
No, and it's Zach lost in Mexico, won in the UK, won here, right? So back in Japan, you would think he would win, especially if it's for the title, but then everybody will have won in their home spots, but Zach will have won on neutral ground.
They could probably do that at Phantasmo, where CMLL comes to Japan.
That is probably what they'll do.
Hello, sir.
Oh.
Hey, bub.
Oh my God, Chunky Cat.
Yeah, he's a big
Lou
fella.
has
He's a
made
big boy.
his
Hey,
entrance.
Lou. Yeah, Lou's here.
I love Hechicero went like this close. Well, that was fun as hell. My goodness, that ending was brilliant. Really creative. I love clever counter wrestling. It's just the best.
I'm ready for the next match between the two of them.
Yeah, that was very good.
Sign me
Me
up.
too, yeah. That was super fun. Well, we still have our main event to go, but thank you so much for hanging out with us, y'all. Still got about 180 people watching, which is wild to me. We appreciate you hanging out. The fellas all plugged their stuff earlier in the night, but I will recap. SP3 is everywhere. You can find him at True Heel Heat. They hit 20,000 subscribers this year, right? On YouTube? Hell yeah. So you
congrats.
can True Heel Heat, TruHeel Heat. You've got JPJ and Drew, who work together at Love Wrestling. You can catch them talking about the two major American companies every week over there. They're also sponsoring the Fightful Awards, so thank you for that, fellas. Very, very much appreciated. And also there's Ryan. So no, I'm just kidding. He runs all of our socials at the Mark Order Podcast, at Mark Order Pod on social media. Also has his own history blog here for history, which you can check out, and he'll be working on some history stuff on his YouTube channel in the future, so keep an eye out for that. I'm on the Mark Order Podcast every Wednesday too. If you guys wouldn't mind subscribing over there, when I can be. If you guys wouldn't mind subscribing over there, that would be awesome. At Mark Order Pod, we could use the extra love there as well. But talking all things All Elite every week. Despy, man, looking forward to seeing him and Ishimori here in the main event. Despy's just been like the past 2 years or so. I can't think of like a match where I'm like, that didn't really hit. I want him to have the TV title belt so bad because I feel like Despy with a 20-minute time limit would just be like him going fucking nuts for 20 minutes. But SP3 has a minute to unmute. I'll get his thoughts on that. But
what happened?
What do you think about Despy having the TV title? I feel like Despy in 20-minute matches just being a little wrecking ball every week would be so much fucking fun.
I can see that. They have like dabbled in him going to junior heavyweight division. I think they want to keep him in the juniors right now because they're kind of flirting with Hiromu.
Yeah, it kind of feels that way. Asian Joe saying every Wednesday at the Mark Order. He's there sometimes as well, but he has the nerve to have a birthday this week.
I know. What the heck, dude?
I should point out he really said Mark Oder.
It's
so
true. Watch the product, Joe. The Despy Invitational last year might have been one of the best booked events that people didn't talk about.
Oh, I loved it so much.
I was like, this could be event of the year. Like
that tag team match with Hiromu and Minoru Suzuki, I think about every couple of weeks.
It's nuts. Such a fun.
Oh, I love this mask.
Yeah, me too.
The gear's always on point. Oh, he just knocked over the ladder stairs. Just ran into the ladder
He's
stairs.
like,
and
"Oh, the
walked
hell with it."
over. It was like, fuck those. I don't need no stairs. That mask is
really-
badass.
Yeah, right.
I'll still take the glasses, ELP's glasses.
With the little volumey things.
Yeah, I'll take them.
The Bone Soldier. Ishimori. SP3, did you know Yo is like 37 years old?
Yeah,
I didn't know he
Yeah.
was. I thought he was in like his early 30s, late 20s.
I thought so too. I thought for the longest time like Hiromu and them were like younger and stuff, and then I realized that all those guys from that New Japan Dojo class were like in around my age.
All the more inexcusable that they broke up for Monkey 3K. All the more. I get mad about that once a month, I would say.
You should, considering
Because what
where
the
show
fuck
is
did they
at.
do a show? Yeah, exactly. SP3 is low-key my therapist every Thursday. It's fine. Here comes Despy, one of the coolest wrestlers in the whole wide world.
I do love how he's become one of their like most popular stars. Because I remember like 2020, first started doing like New Japan podcasts on True Hill. Me and Jay News were like the only ones who were like, yo, you gotta watch Despy. You gotta watch Despy. And then he had that match with Hiromu in the Best of Super Junior finals. I think that was where he really kind of skyrocketed.
Broke out big time. See, Delgado, thank you so much for hanging out with us. You're always so supportive of everything I'm doing, everything we're doing at Fightful. I appreciate you chilling with us. Asian Joe said, cut me some slack on typos. I just got home from spending way too much money to try and win a Temu-looking Sonic Hedgehog from a rigged claw machine. All while a few old fashions deep. He went out with his other friends that are not me and Ryan, which I have so many objections to him having for his birthday. But
if you, when you get to a claw, when you get to a claw machine, it's not about what you want, it's about what you can get. You can always win at a claw machine. You just have to be okay with accepting what is available for you to win. You can't be like, I want, because you gotta,
I get you. I think you would have got everything you wanted on one try if you were with me and Ryan, but you chose to have other friends. So
I agree, Kate, completely.
Off and running in the main event here. Thank you guys for hanging out. Despy always has such cool gear too. I'm Team Fringe. I like Despy's Fringe. I like Hangman's Fringe. It always looks cool. Joe said, sounds like being a Yankees fan. Blocked. You're fired. Okay. We don't not pay you on the mark order to mouth off like this.
We don't do this for free so you can insult me.
Exactly. Hi, Christopher LeClaire. I think that's a newer name around these parts. Thanks for hanging out.
Oh,
this has been really fun.
Okay, that was really cool by Despy where he stepped in and out of the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of clever little guys in this promotion right now. Getting it back to back here with ZSJ and Hechicero and our main event. Despy and Ishimori. If you're joining us later, we saw a really beautiful Sumie Sakai retirement match and post-match tribute to her. That was beautiful. Gabe Kidd and Ishii had a time limit draw, which set up a 30-minute Iron Man match at Windy City on April 11th. Gabe Kidd did not know the date, and my favorite part of his post-match promo was him going, "All right, bro, whatever the fuck." Got me good. Super, super fun. great card. Kushida and Takeshita was everything I wanted it to be, and I had high expectations for it. Appreciate these fellas hanging out, watching with me. Ryan's been here since the beginning. SP3 came in. Second match. JPJ and Drew joining a little bit later, back to back. Very much appreciated. Because I would have done these alone, but it's a lot more fun having friends to talk to.
Oh yeah.
Especially since Drew's new to the product a little bit. That's fun. I like it when we get newbies on these cards.
Oh
shit.
Damn.
I'm so happy that you gave me the invitation for this because I'm having a hell of a time.
You are invited to all the future ones, even if I forget to invite you. Just be like, Kate.
You're invited even if I don't invite you.
Yeah. I left my own stream at one point to go pull audio for Fightful, so I need y'all around here. Look, Seymour created community. We got Chris Garcia saying, anybody that's here, if you're looking for Golf Friends Mania Week, he'll be there Thursday to Tuesday. Well, there you go.
All
Make
right.
friends, y'all. I love it. Feels
I'll
like
go get a charger so this way my phone doesn't die while I'm doing this.
I know that feeling well.
Yeah.
Feels like I've had the volume obviously very low for most of it so that it wouldn't pick up on my mic too much, but the crowd has seemed into it this whole show. Like it hasn't felt like there was a point where they were checked out or like, oh, that's the concession match time or whatever. Like everybody's been, even a House of Torture match, which for me is the get up and leave match. That was special and pretty well done.
That was probably the most fun of all the matches on the show.
Yeah, it was certainly like designed to be that way for sure.
The next big New Japan show is the New Beginning in Osaka, Matthew. That's going to be on February 11th in Japan.
That's the proper New Japan brand. I think Windy City Riot is the next strong specific show.
Yeah. So they won't be back in the U.S. until April. So if you want to keep track, like you got New Beginning in February. They already signed Zack Sabre Jr. versus Hiroki Goto for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Gabe Kidd challenging Yota Tsuji for the Global Heavyweight Championship. They're going to do, I think it's Ichiban Sweet Boys versus Roppongi ReVice. So I got a couple of big matches already signed for that show.
That'll be a fun one. I love having SP3 around. He's got stuff on the top of his brain that I always have to Google. Let him host. SP3, how do you feel about Ishimori? I feel like he's really good and underrated.
He's not who he used to be. He used to be like very fast, very agile, very athletic in the ring. He's slowed down a bit due to injuries and age. He's still really good. He still has it. He's earned his spot as one of like the guys they build the junior division around. He's just I don't think they use him properly. They use him too often in these title situations to me.
I think you're right on that, and you're definitely right in that he's slowed down at this part of his career. I think Despy right now watching him is like a fun opponent because I think it plays into what he's still great at. So I'm having fun with this, but they do kind of go to the Ishimori well more than they should, and he'd probably benefit from some breathing room around that. Despy's another one. I with masked wrestlers especially, I feel like you never know. But like he was older than I thought too for how well he moves. Yeah, he's in his late 30s, I think. Some love for Viva in this match. I love seeing that. I love Viva Van. Big fan. Looks very impressive on this card. She's really good. She's really, really good. Scary moment with Trish Adora and that, but once we knew she was all right, that match became really fun to watch again. SP3 getting Will Washington comps with the data machine that you are. I like it. I like it. I am not. I'm always so impressed by people that have that recall because I just do not. Despy's 41. Damn.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ow. Yes, hi Daphne. I see you. I swear to God, my dog knows like my post-show schedule. She like just is prepared. Like this is the time that she goes in the room and talks about wrestling. And right now she's like, this is longer than even you go, Kate. I see you. I know. Neglecting. Hello.
Me, Norma saying
Nice.
SP3 has
Wow.
looked at every match ever at Hammerstein. You know what's funny? I was gonna tag you in a Twitter post yesterday, Kate, because I saw a clip of y'all remember when Austin Aries walked out after losing the TNA World Championship against Johnny TV. I was at that event, so I was gonna be like in my Kate voice, I was at this event.
Well, so many on the ROH has now worked in consistently these throwback matches. And so many of them are like Hammerstein classics. And SP3 was at a lot of those shows. And so he's seeing a lot of these classic moments. So every week I feel like I'm like, oh, I am SP3. I was at this Hammerstein show. I saw Nigel do this. I saw Suzuki do that. I saw Danielson do this. So typical. Typical SP3.
Oh.
Despy getting to his feet in the corner here. Oh. What was that? That was like a standing dragon screw leg whip or something.
Yeah.
You didn't go to the ground with it.
I always feel like a dragon screw would be a move I would never want to take. It always just looks gnarly.
It really does. It really does. Garcia had a great one earlier tonight in that match with Shibata. That was really good.
Yeah, that was a really good match.
Should have main evented.
Either that or the Copeland match. The Copeland match in Big Bill was surprisingly really good.
That Copeland still moves so well for his age, and he is just like, considering how like flashy the rated R superstar character was, he's like a very sincere in-ring storyteller. It's been like really refreshed, I feel like, in his AEW run, and he gave Big Bill a lot in that match. I thought that was really, really good, and I really like this run that we got from Adam Copeland in AEW so far for that, because I feel like he's put on some long matches too. Like, he's been really good, but I would have rather watched Harley Cameron fight a shoe than watch Jericho in that main event. I was, oh my God. But in Harley's defense, like, she probably would have made fighting a shoe incredibly entertaining and great. So.
To be fair, yes. But this was probably the most impressive she's looked in a match on that show.
She did. She looked great.
That Hangman promo, though, that was the best part of the show.
Oh.
He made me care about a Christopher Daniels match in 2025. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Impressive shit. It was like when Eddie Kingston made me care about Jeff Jarrett. I was like, some people can just do anything.
Yeah. And man, they have smashed this out the park with Powerhouse Hobbs between Dynamite and Collision tonight. Like, you can't. I'm sorry, AEW. Y'all got to give me a DQ finish. Y'all can't have him lose after y'all presented him like this the last two shows.
Man, it's so annoying because Mox is actively feuding with Adam Copeland. So I'm like, why are you having a casino gauntlet when you already have a contender for the title? Because it creates the inevitability, which is annoying. But if you're going to do that, a surprise casino gauntlet win for Powerhouse, and the way that they presented him, this feels like where the Book of Hobbs was supposed to go, and then they pivoted to the weird QTV stuff, and then to pick this back up has been great. It's been great for him. I really, really like it. I'm looking forward to that match.
When he comes out just pulling down those straps. Oof.
Badass. The badass dude. This is so true. I was saying this about Harley a while ago. Like, she's picking up on all the things that I feel like wrestlers historically say is the harder stuff before she picked up the fundamentals. Like, she's really, really gotten a grasp on things. Alex, my frequent host, Sour Graphs in the chat saying, it amuses me to no end that I was right about Jericho like 3 years ago, and finally everybody else has gotten on board the train. He's also gotten considerably worse in those 3 years, I would say.
I was going to say,
you
were wrong 3 years ago.
But that was the beginning of the end, I feel like. And then it became, the in-ring just went so far, so fast downhill of like, okay, it's only plunder matches that he can do. Okay, he can't do matches. He needs to retire. Like,
yeah, it was he could do plunder matches, and then there was the Cole match at Double or Nothing in 2023, and it was like, oh, he can't do plunder matches.
Oof. One LT photo just wanted to thank Netflix for Alex being here, which I appreciate. Alex says, but I could see the future. I knew what he'd become. As you so often do, Alex. As you so often do. This has been really fun. Hey, since Alex is in the chat, we'll let you know, to nobody's surprise, that Kushida Takeshita was incredible. If you want my New Japan login, I think I gave it to you so that you could watch the SJ Danielson too if you wanted, but Takeshita Kushida absolutely ruled. That's an Alex match. I didn't mean to leave something about positive about Jericho on the screen that long. My apologies. Yes, he was great the first year. He's been terrible for a long time.
He's the weirdest person ever because he has these strides where he goes a couple of weeks where he's good, and then it just goes downhill very quickly after. It's so weird. Like the first couple of weeks of the learning tree, I was in on the joke. I was loving it. Then it went to shit after like a month. Then the I love the King of New York.
The New York stuff, yeah.
That was great.
Good stuff, yeah.
Especially on the ROH side, like some of those vignettes that we got on ROH were so funny. And then today's main event of Collision, I was just like, he just can't wrestle anymore. Like if you can't do that with Dax Harwood, like I don't know. I don't know who you can. I don't know who you can. I feel like this is Ishimori's best showing in a minute. Like from a match stamina standpoint.
Healthy again.
Yeah, I think Yep.
Last time he looked this good was against Despy in the Best of Super Junior final.
Yep. I forgot about that. That was a really good match. Despy he's just great. He's just great.
Pinche Loco.
Oh.
Rolling them over.
I like finishers and moves in general where people land their opponent on themselves.
Ooh.
Like, I'm just going to let you hurt yourself with your own body and the mat. This is also going to shock Alex, but ZSJ versus Hechicero, very fun. Hell yeah. Get to the ropes. Get to the ropes. It looks so much more painful when the arm is trapped.
Oh.
Norma says, I'm hoping for a Jericho retirement tour that started 8 months ago.
Oh.
Nice. Despy with the foot on the ropes. This has been fun. This has been longer than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Ishimori finally being healthy helps. A couple matches that went. I mean, truly, I was not expecting Gabe Kidd and Ishii to go to a time limit draw at all. So that was a fun surprise. But they gave some. These cards move fast too with New Japan Strong. I've never had one of these cards and been like, this is a slog at all. Like, started at 10, we're closing in on 4 hours. It's been easy watch.
Yeah, ZSJ wasn't the main event, Alex, because it wasn't for the title. It was non-title, so they went with the junior title as the main event.
He just main evented back-to-back in the Tokyo Dome, though. He's all right. It's kind of weird with Zack winning that it wasn't a title defense. Like, you could have just made it one, but they'll probably do that in Japan with Hechicero, I'm guessing, for Fantastica Mania.
Wow.
If you guys want to see some great watch-along vibes, FightfulSelect.com. Alex Pulowski last night. Oh, God.
That reversal into the bone,
Wow.
that was good.
Woo!
Numero dos.
Ooh.
Got the arm. You got to get the other arm.
Get the other arm.
Oh, no. This is a callback to the Best of Super Juniors. There you go.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Yep. Oh.
Oh, no. Oh. Right on the back of the head. No.
Oh.
Ow. Yeah, I just saw that now. Ooh.
Pretty good.
My God.
This has been another very good match.
Yeah.
It has. It picked up. The beginning of it was moving a little slow for me, and then the middle till now has gotten kind of rocking and rolling in the groove. I'm just glad Ishimori's healthy. That's crazy, SB3. I didn't think till you said that, but the match with Despy was probably the last like good healthy match that he had for real. Damn. Oh, Luis is back. Oh, Luis Mitch ZSJ at Hechicero.
Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah.
Driller.
Damn.
That was a huge rip on me, but I just saw Jay Driller and Pinche Loco. So that's
Oh, Pinche Loco. It's
Damn.
over.
Ooh.
It's over. 1, 2, 3.
That's a cool finisher, too.
Wow.
Very good.
Hell yeah, Despy with the win. I love that. That was a really good main event.
That was.
This was a fun card. These pay-per-views are fun. We're going to keep doing watch-alongs with them because
Oh, yeah.
they're an easy watch. It's like a giant slumber party. Everyone's just hanging out late. This is fun as hell. Thank you guys for watching along. Thanks to everybody on stream for watching along, but really cool moment for Despy as we're closing out here. It's so funny. Some of the crowd is very excited, and then some of the crowd is like, I came here for Takeshita. I don't know what's happening. Despy with the belt.
Yeah.
A Pinche Loco shirt. That's what I like to see. Good stuff.
Yeah, it was good. Very good.
I like this belt. It's got like an old school vibe to it.
Yeah, New Japan's so all over the place with their belts designs and and lineages, but that one does have kind of a throwback vintage appeal to it. Isn't it pretty? Well, I'm gonna mute and see what Despy has to say.
All right.
Despy closed. Nothing set up for Windy City Riot. It doesn't sound like from what I was able to tell, but we did get a nice New Japan Pro Wrestling at the end of that. So great moment.
Ichiban number one.
There you go. There you go. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm going to give everyone a second to plug before we get out of here, but still 170 of you hanging out with us this late. That helps me so much. Not only did we have a great time, but you are helping me get my watch hours up as well as I work toward monetization. So thank you for the support. If you could leave a thumbs up, that would be awesome. You can check me out on Fightful and Fightful Select most nights of the week, except for Wednesday nights. Most Wednesday nights. When I am trying my best to be at the Mark Order podcast with the fella next to me. So I'm going to have Ryan plug our Mark Order stuff for me. But just wanted to say thank you guys so much for hanging out. And we are going to continue to do these specifically with the New Japan Strong brand in the future because they're just a fucking blast. As Drew found out, as JPJ's experienced, as Ryan already knew because I drag him onto all of these. But Ryan, where can people find us? Where can people find the Mark Order podcast?
You can find the Mark Order on all socials at Mark Order Pod every Wednesday at 10:15 after Dynamite. I'm mostly always there. Kate is sometimes there. And then we get fill-ins from wonderful folks like JPJ and maybe Sexy Drew. Yeah, that's right. I give you the hype. And then you can follow my history blog, hereforhistory.com, at _hereforhistory on Twitter or at hereforhistory elsewhere.
Awesome. SP3. One more final plug before we get out of here. Thank you so much for coming on here. Everybody on stream, you actually have the most New Japan knowledge. So I appreciate you being able to fill in gaps where I have some, but where can people find your stuff?
You'll find me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. All of my work is up there. Mostly you find me on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. I will be live there on Monday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time to review this show, Battle in the Valley. I'll be there with J News, so check that out. And in the meantime, between time, go over and subscribe. Thank you, Kate, for having me on today. Had fun watching the show with y'all.
Absolutely. Drew, we'll go to you next. Your first New Japan Strong watch along. Thank you so much for hanging out and giving a chance to a product you don't normally watch, but I'll let you close out your plugs here.
Thank you. You can follow me at the Drew Nicholas on both Twitter and Blue Sky. And I do the Firmly Love Wrestling shows with the guy right over here on this side, which is where I'm pointing to my right, but it looks like the left. That's Firmly WWE on Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m., Firmly AEW on Thursday mornings at 10 a.m. on the Love Wrestling CA YouTube channel. And I collect the Super Chats and Humper Chats for Fightful's AEW Post-Collision show on Saturdays with Rick Cresta, Iridian, sometimes SP3, sometimes Phil Lindsay, other awesome people, and a group
Thank you, Drew.
I think we might have lost. Did he freeze?
I think he's frozen.
He might be frozen.
He plugged so hard that it
he
froze.
He went hard.
Alex giving endless love to our benevolent Netflix overlord. I love that this has continued onto my own personal channel. But JPJ, let people know we love the Love Wrestling crew. As much as they love wrestling, we love the Love Wrestling crew around these parts. So where can people find you?
Yeah, you can follow me at JPJ Loves Gaming on all social media platforms. He told you where you can find me on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thursday nights, I also have a show with our pal Pluggo, Between Two Beards. Ryan has been on there. A few of the people on the screen. SP3's been on there with us before. Drew. So you can find us there every Thursdays at 8 p.m. over on the Love Wrestling. And then on my own Twitch channel, Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays, we do watch-alongs for the WWE product. Not reaction streaming watch-alongs. More of this vibe of a watch-along. I usually try to get a pal or two with me to kind of just chill and watch the shows. So if you watch those shows, head on over there. We have some fun and watch along to the shows there too. So.
And Luis, the man that keeps me safe on stream most nights. Wonderful moderator at Fightful, doing a ton of writing, joining us for this stream. Everything you need to know about CMLL, you can find out from Luis Polito. But take it away. Close us out.
Yes, you can find me on all social media as the Luis Polito on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, even Blue Sky. I need to be more active on there, but anywho. You can also find me every week writing articles on Fightful.com, usually doing results for CMLL, but I also do results for SmackDown. Used to do results for Rampage, but I still do them for Collision. And you can also do results for NXT, and you can also catch me moderating the post shows most days of the week on Mondays, on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and on Fridays. So yeah.
Truly
check us out. And
do what I do without you.
And thank you, Netflix. Always. Thank you, Netflix.
Thank you,
Netflix. Before we sign off, just all my gratitude and love to Netflix. Thank you, Netflix, for inventing streaming. For without you, we wouldn't be live today. But thank you so much to everybody who joined this watch along. Seriously, both on screen and the viewers. Subscribe on your way out if you haven't already, and please leave a thumbs up. Tons of more fun content coming your way. These are a blast. We're going to keep doing these for New Japan Strong, and have a safe and wonderful rest of your wrestling. I was going to say weekend, but weekend into the week, whatever, however you look at it. We're out of here. Take care.